talent. She has zero appeal. You know what I mean? She sent me flowers. She sent me a box of chocolates, actually.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's kind.
By the way, now that Hasan's boat's kind of sinking, Denims, if you want to be my waiting room channel, we can talk.
Interesting.
You can go live an hour before we go live.
She probably won't go for that.
Why not? I
don't want to speak for her.
I mean, she's just a clout hungry. She's just a clout chaser. I mean, if Hasan goes down, she's going to need a new person whose coattails to ride.
We're gonna watch a lot of it. And then guys, if you didn't see the content nuke yet, well, we can watch it through Denims. Yes, Chad. We can watch Denims' whole reaction. We have the entire Denims reaction to get through today. We're doing our second watch through of the video. That's gonna be fun. Can't wait. And then we've got, you know, we already did watch the segment, but thankfully we can watch it through Denims. Yes, Denims watch this too, so we can catch up. We have Denims. We have more Denims. So much Denims, guys. All right, listen, there's so much Denims today. I'm so excited. This was my favorite one. So this is the clip. Did you guys see this? So obviously we've seen the Denims clip. This is so funny. I need to show you this before we start watching Denims. So this is the clip where the guy shows up and he starts harassing Ethan in his car.
Bro, you're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist. Bro, look in the you look like a rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you.
Okay. And then, like, professional tits on the screen is pogging. Ooh-wee. Aren't we lucky? Here we go.
Can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan. Like, I'm sorry, that language is not Hasan fan verbiage. Like, that's very clear Sneeko lexicon. Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? Just be real. Wallahi, that is not. No. No.
Oh my god, bro, I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you. Bro, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? Yes.
Now that was funny, right? That was a good clip. This was 12 hours later. I went on EFAP and I was saying that, like, I legitimately think that Denims and Frogan have the same IQ. The reason why Denims is able to get more viewers is because she's conventionally attractive. Like, they're both as retarded as one another, but Denims being conventionally attractive allows her to reach, like, actual viewers and move past, like, the 130 viewer mark. And I've never felt more vindicated until after I fucking got off stream, and then this clip popped up on feed.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yes.
Same for
Oh, damn, that's
Frogan.
crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's
Born
sad.
there.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist,
Bro,
bro.
look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist.
Yeah,
bro.
there's literally a Sneeko fan.
12 hours later, after the clip had already gone viral. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Frogan was streaming at the same time. I apologize if that's not correct. But there's no fucking... And people are like, this is coordinated. But as you'll see later in the stream, Denims was watching it live. So it's not even possible that it could have been coordinated. They're just both retarded.
The fuck?
Oh my god, bro, I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so
How?
I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you. Bro, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
How? That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. How did they both get got the same way on the same clip? Yeah, she looked away. Holy fuck, dude. It's unreal. All right, guys. Now we're going to do our second watch through on the content nuke. And we need to find all of the interesting thinking thoughts, you know? All the thinking thoughts. This is good. This is good. We're going to watch this now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 7. It's happening.
Launch.
And as I was telling you, this was fucking, like, they did this
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Thank you, thank you.
Bro, this feels like a South Park skit.
It does!
Write this.
You can't write shit this good. But Denims was watching it live, so I just showed you that clip where they both got it wrong or whatever, and people are telling me it's coordinated. But Denims was watching live as the video dropped.
Saved. H3H2 product.
All right, he didn't lie. He didn't lie. He's not a liar. He's not a liar.
We have a lot of good coverage here. This is the best way to watch this, personally. I think that having Denims next to me while I watch the content nuke actually enhances the broadcast. You know?
I'll give him that much. All right. I'll give him that much. Let's see if he has any final words before,
Chat, actually, I'll do you even a bigger favor. I'll make this better. I'll make this more viewable for you, okay? Here we go, boys! There we go. Look how smooth that transition was. Let's get this thing going.
And no, but I posted.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Everyone head over.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, H3H2 Productions has posted its first video in 5 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Shout out.
I hope y'all enjoy. I hope people come in and watch. That's the content nuke. Hasan, Piker, go head on over to H3H2 Productions channel. Watch it, enjoy it. Can't wait to see what you guys think about it. This is our special Friday from the silo, from the Fallout bunker. Wishing you a happy weekend, and we will be back.
I like how she's just like sitting there attentively. She has nothing to add to any of these discussions until the minute she does, and then it's really funny.
For the Fallout on Monday. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks.
Boob posturing true.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. Sorry. I didn't spend enough time screaming at Olivia. Let me go scream at her some more. All right. Well, I was gonna say if he didn't do it, well, if he didn't do it, that would have been really lame.
Like, he thought, like, she legitimately thought, and you'll see this later on in the stream when we go over the Bo Black segment, right? She thought that, like, Ethan was getting second thoughts and was gonna just not drop the video mid-stream when he had, like, a countdown clock. She's not very bright.
But I think he's gonna keep his word. I think he did it. I think he made it.
I need to listen to her figure out, like, the communist part in the beginning and see her get, like, offended at how we're talking about communism.
Ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you. So I respect
The Denims fluoride stare?
The Denims fluoride stare is priceless.
Why is it a fluoride stare? I'm not getting it. Do you mean, like...
Two people laughed. Two people cried. Most people...
Everyone's telling me, is it because of the teeth? I don't know. There's fluoride in the water? I'm missing something.
Were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture about
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
And as we watch this, because Denims doesn't really have a lot to contribute, I'll give you, like, this is my second thoughts after, like, listening to this for fucking days. Like, 2 days now, having seen this video.
Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form.
The world's the guy who made the nuke. But
thank you, Denims. Yes, that is Oppenheimer. Yes. Hey, Wendigoon.
How's his audio volume? Is this good?
Guys, how's the audio going? Is it good?
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Probably a lot of you guys, too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Today in Texas. So much of... Oh, yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so...
She doesn't speak at all during this, does she? I thought she was going to talk a little bit more.
I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing...
I need you to see what's calling us a slop tuber. I need you to understand why I'm being called a slop tuber and who is delivering these criticisms. Hey, thank you for hitting the goal, by the way. New goal!
We could all agree on. And what was that?
Yes, Smaggle, I have it. It's in the Bo Black section.
Mom and Dad and apple pie. Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve.
No! What am I gonna do?
Fluoride makes you dumber and shit. Does fluoride make you dumber?
But I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down. From such classic
Bitch.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said.
Oh, we've got a reaction, folks. Our first reaction is a forced laugh at kill them in a video game. There we go.
You dumb bitch.
And of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear,
guys, listen, I think there's something very There's something very appealing going on here.
I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
Here is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets... He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem.
Okay. He literally calls himself a socialist.
It's like not even an audible fucking sound that came out of her. I don't know what that was.
Let's just start there. Like, let's just start there. Okay? For just 2 fucking seconds. Oh my god, dude. A left-leaning Democrat. Now you're just being disingenuous. Come on. Weasley little R. Weasley little R.
That wasn't...
Is Tanky better?
To give a big shout out.
Would you say Tanky is a more accurate representation of his political ideology?
Till this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you want?
What is the idea that
you guys
people are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists? There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig.
Who is Bunty King?
I would be oh, it's gonna read it.
I could be convinced Denims is AI generated, and all the processing power went to the chest.
If Denims was the first AI-generated streamer, I'd feel so fucking stupid.
And then...
unironically.
And this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist, what would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more...
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
So he means like camps, just to be clear.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of...
What's so funny about... Why are we audibly laughing? I'm not understanding what's going on here. Like, what? Okay. Yeah, I think that was your line.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right. Okay.
First of all, where did he say that? Oh my god, where did he say that?
He kind of said that in the clip. I was like, I don't know, you guys are like the dog whistle police. I don't really know. Like, could you not kind of put the... You couldn't put it together there?
Second of all, Christ almighty. Oh my god. Second of all, why is this giving high school video projects? Why is this giving like, okay kids, everybody you need to go home and make a YouTube video. All right.
Oh boy.
Like, and then introduction. In conclusion.
She's trying to like buy time for her processing in the background to like finish like finding her new thought.
What is Bunty King to you?
Oh, water. For
the laughing is like her loading sound. You know, like they got the spinning thing going on with like Chrome.
States, war crimes, and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal...
She's sitting here hysterically laughing while he's explaining all these like... just horrible things. I don't know. This is kind of weird, getting weird vibes off of her.
Slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset.
Yes.
That, you know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my."
You know the thing that I hate about this is that, I mean, I'm gonna give it some time, but so far,
bro, that clip was wild, dude. That was a good clip.
He literally has refused.
Sorry. I'm just... Yeah, we're chilling. Oh boy.
I don't respect you.
To point out why any of the things are wrong. He expects the viewer to do all of the work to explain why the things are right or why their things are wrong. And a lot of it is just like an appeal to American ignorance, right? Like, I think the best example is Americans who think like the social credit system in China is real. who think that like literally once your social credit drops too much, you're just like not allowed to be part of society. Like you try to go get a call.
The more these people talk, the more that you should realize they probably shouldn't be taken seriously talking about literally anything ever. And they're just hostile to general discourse. Like, people have been way too nice on these weird, like, socialist streamers over on Twitch.
Coffee, and it's like, no coffee, you below social credit. Like, it's sad that so many Americans think that. When, in actuality, it's unbelievably similar and close to, if not about the same as, like, your credit score. Like, your credit score that you have as an American that is tied to your credit card. That's supposed to help lenders know who to lend to and blah, 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 blah. But it's sad. Like, that's why so many...
You know what the best part is?
A person? Who is Bunty King?
I don't know fucking anything about China. And she's probably right in that regard. But, like, then she tried to explain it. And she described exactly what I think social credit is. Like, verbatim. So now I'm not even sure. Like, I could hand it to her. Maybe I'm misinformed on what Chinese social credit is, but her explanation sounds exactly like what I was thinking.
Like, it's sad that so many Americans think that.
Respect you.
When, in actuality, it's unbelievably similar and close to, if not about the same as, like, your credit score.
She's wrong, by the way. Well, I'm just saying, it's just like, even if this was true, this still sounds horrendous.
A person? Who is Bunty King?
Like, your
Nicholas
credit score that you have as an American that is tied to your credit card. That's supposed to help lenders know who to lend to and blah, 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 blah. But it's sad. Like, that's why so many Americans went on Redbook and were like, wait, you guys don't actually live like this? And then the Chinese people were like, hey, do you actually have to pay $5,000 for an ambulance ride? And we're like, uh-huh. And they're like, oh, I thought it was propaganda. Oh, are you sure it's not propaganda? Oh.
I can't wait for Asmund to watch this and go up and raise an eyebrow for 2 hours.
I'm sorry for you,
Aren't
American.
all these people, like, super against AI? Why is AI Plankton doing the donation sounds? Do they like, is AI cool now when it's for donation sounds?
Like, yeah, me too.
Why is she going on this dumb tangent? Anything to stop Hasan Piker from getting called a terrorist sympathizer.
8 months. Splatter, thank you for the Prime. Mira, thank you for the tier 1. And yes, that will be the Asmongold response.
My tongue or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
China unilaterally took over Tibet, like their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery.
What is Bunty King?
This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed.
Do you think that he would say stuff like that, like Hasan? Because he's like killing violent slavers and like saying they should have killed more of them. Do you think that he would maintain that energy for people who are hijacking ships and taking hostages? Like if they started going through and just killing all of those people, would Hasan turn around and be like, listen, dude, it's a shame they didn't get more of them? Or is it because he's ideologically locked in with those people? Whereas like those killings are now justified? Because I think in general, just killing these innocent people are pretty bad. And killing slavers is not necessarily as bad as killing innocent people, but I don't think Hasan agrees with me on that.
Okay.
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs. Don't they have Uyghur death camps?
Wait, but you didn't disprove that. You didn't disprove his claim about...
No, but you haven't disproved his claim!
Slavery in Tibet being bad? What? Okay, okay. Sure, man. We don't need to prove that. Okay.
Is that...
It's not a death camp.
Okay, now that we've watched 6.5 minutes, I feel confident that I'm right, and this video is going to be unbelievably hilarious. Let's continue.
It's they were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay, I saw this.
You don't like Denims' voice? Well, her majority of her audience watches on mute, so
crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs
No,
Or-
that's no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with.
Okay, that one is like Shenyun,
They're like, we could
Falun Gong.
get you an organ. From a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how like, okay, well, you know, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education camps are
They're
closed
gone,
now.
guys. There's no
fucking
more
Xinjiang, and it's, like, very
concentration
different.
camps. We're good.
Very different vibes in Xinjiang.
They've shut them
and now,
down.
you know, it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury.
And it's like, did they only kill slavers? Or, like, even if that's the case, like, you have to address this. They went through and they specifically only killed people who had slaves. Everybody else was allowed to live. There were no, like... The vigilante justice ended right there.
UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this...
I'm just going to say, it is crazy to be an Israel genocide defender and like obstructionist, even though we have so much video proof, and then point at something that has way less coverage, way less eyes on it. And most of the media is ding, 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 Western propaganda, like news networks that predominantly push Western propaganda and just take their word for it all the time, completely, entirely. Because I think it is a good thing to do a full, what would be the investigation, right? To do a full worthwhile investigation from at least some, whatever would be the closest, I don't know, Amnesty.
Her 2 big personalities are not saving her this time.
National, whatever would be the closest to like a neutral third party. But I think it's very interesting that he's refusing to include the headlines, or sorry, the news organizations in above the headlines. Like he doesn't show whether it's from like The Guardian, or he doesn't show whether it's from like the Wall Street Journal.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Doesn't want to show any of this stuff. And I think like a big thing for me that really radicalized me on the coverage of news in China is realizing the fact that America does consistently way worse shit, consistently horrible shit to our Americans that we deem to be like the lowest class. So I think disabled Americans are a good example.
How did we get from here to disabled Americans? I was answering a DM. I'm actually fucking... What the fuck just happened?
For me,
a person? Who
that
is Bunty King?
really radicalized me
DeOrio?
on the coverage of news in China.
How the fuck did we get
realizing
there?
The fact that America does.
Guys, China's really bad, but have you heard about what's going on in America?
Consistently way worse
I looked away for one... Dude, who the fuck starts a conversation?
Consistently horrible shit to our Americans that we deem to be like the lowest class. So I think disabled Americans are a good example where like America just kind of ignores disabled Americans. It doesn't fucking matter if you're disabled. We just don't give a fuck. You have to wait for years to potentially get any disability pay. You're not allowed to get married. You are not allowed to work any amount of labor. You're not allowed to have more than $2,000 of assets, I think excluding your home and car. I could be mistaken on the details on this. And we're just like, okay, no, we're good. No, we're good. No marriage. If you get married as someone who is actively receiving disability pay, your disability pay stops.
Be like, whoa, look at this.
Because your income is now tied to their income.
Deeper than that.
Well, your partner makes
what
this
does
much
this
money,
have to
so
do
we
with the
can't give you checks
argument?
anymore.
Am I being super uncharitable? What does this have to do with anything that's in...
This is like a huge problem for activists. Where, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't lose your disability pay just because you want to get married? Oh, okay, well, we're not like, well, it's different. Okay, we're only financially controlling these people. We're not really doing anything else. What about, like, I don't know, the thousands of people that have been incarcerated and are still incarcerated?
What? Now we're talking about, like, people in jail?
Weed crimes that are working for, what, like 5 cents an hour so that they can package chicken?
Yeah, dude, that makes everything going on in China A-okay. You've got me with the what about. You got me with the what about. Are we still just gonna... Are we gonna list off a list of what abouts, or is there anything else in here?
Overruled is, like, not crimes. Like, well, after you'd already been imprisoned,
Okay, we're
up
still
to
going.
$250 a night for your stay in a prison.
Okay, we're still talking about prisons.
Yeah,
we should just let everybody out. I don't
Based on
know.
the time that you were
I
in
agree, you're right.
below minimum wage. If they're prisoners.
Okay, yep.
It's literally the Yeonmi Park meme. In America, you pay to go to prison.
Yep, nope, yeah, just those Chinese people just killing people in Tiananmen Square is totally, yep.
$149 per day. Prison stays leave
Yep, when they go through, they massacre all those Taiwan people in a couple of years. Yep, no, I got it.
$3,000 to cover the cost of her 2.5-year imprisonment. For a time
Nope,
where you
you're
will
right.
learn
This goes on for quite a while.
no valuable skills, where you will be treated subhuman.
Yep.
That seems like a... No. America's system is fine. We don't need more coverage on something that's insane like
Nope,
this.
you're right, Denims. Keep going.
China's evil.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, China is evil. I agree.
Are you kidding me?
We're in agreement.
Is this a joke? Sorry, I'm making fun of his pronunciation on Uyghurs because he keeps saying it like that.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like.
I'm so fucking confused why she just went on like a 6-minute rant about the American prison system.
Anyways, I think once you recognize that like so much of American media is focused on pointing out how evil China is. I mean, even just look at the recent DeepSeek. It's DeepSeek, right?
What is Bunty King to you?
Yeah, just look at the recent
Who is
DeepSeek
Bunty
coverage
King?
on mainstream media.
Nicholas DeOrio?
Half of the coverage is literally just, well, it's evil because they're stealing our data and it's not good. And it's not good. And it's not good. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Let me just wrap up.
I thought she was done. She's still going.
Point by saying one thing.
Let me wrap up this point. We're almost there. Put a nice little bow on it.
One thing only, which is when there is reporting on the Uyghurs in China, it has the same energy as Americans who have never given a fuck about women's sports talking about fairness in women's sports.
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
People who have
is Bunty
spent
King?
quite
Nicholas
literally
DeOrio?
years talking about how women shouldn't get fair treatment and pay because their sports aren't as fun to watch as the men's sports are. And it's an...
What is fair pay then? Wouldn't it be dictated on...
Who is Bunty King?
Why should someone from the why would anyone from the WNBA need to make as much money as LeBron James if there are less people watching it? That's not what the organization could afford to pay them. If every person had to be paid the same as the Lakers on the WNBA,
A person?
like their ticket sales and their merchandise sales wouldn't be able to fund the players'
Is she really
existence.
comparing death and sterilization camps where people's human rights are taken away and are basically treated lesser than dirt to a person in America not getting a disability check?
Like if you had to pay hockey players the same money that baseball players make, let's take it out of gender. Like let's go instead of male and female. Let's say you have to pay the New York Rangers the same wages the New York Yankees are making. How many teams would fold and not be able to afford their players? If we just like blanketed professional sports. Like we took the wages of NFL and NFL, NBA, NHL, and fuck it. Would Columbus be able to play hockey anymore?
An entertainment field. It's an entertainment business.
The Phoenix Coyotes would have been really fucked before the Utah run.
And then it's the second that trans people are in the equation, suddenly you care a lot.
Wait, what?
And then it's the second that trans people are in the equation.
How the fuck did we get on trans people?
Suddenly you care a lot about people being treated fairly. Okay, sure, man. Whatever. I'm starting to think you don't actually care about...
Yeah, no, because when trans people are competing in, like... When trans masculine women are competing in female sports, there's a distinct advantage over there. The pay advantage isn't related to the physical advantage where... In some of these, like, contact sports. Yeah, 100%. I don't know why these people continue to fight the transport thing. The transport thing is, like, stupid to anybody who's not, like, ideologically locked or talking about something like curling. Like, you want to let trans people do curling or something? That's fine, whatever. But, like, boxing?
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Okay.
I don't respect you.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
This, and you're just looking for easy ways to dunk.
Denims, sweetie, there's a genocide in Gaza right now, and you're talking about women's sports? Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Yeah, I know that botting has been happening lately.
Like, chess is fine. Women's chess?
I don't know what this view count is. It might be botting. I don't know.
The AP article seemed not to exist. Reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America Bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor.
I don't understand what the
I think the
talking
Rangers
Bula
just
are
scored.
saying.
The horn's going
she
off.
She says women aren't treated fairly, but she just says word salad. How can anyone take these boobas seriously? She's not helping women.
It's like she's like a Discord admin debate bro, where she's got like these are all the approved talking points. Whenever I hear trans sports, I read lines B through C.
Whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western.
How do we go from China to Bo Blacks? Dude. Ming Pao, all right? We're going to get there.
Superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden,
why is he putting this in the content?
Magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis.
Dude, now Denims got lost. She's like, why is he putting this in the content nuke? I don't know, bitch. Why'd you go on a fucking rant about the prison systems and trans sports in between Ethan's argument? Maybe you'd be able to track it a little bit better if you stayed on fucking subject. How about that?
You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was
fuck,
already
you guys hit
getting
the goal.
uncomfortable
Thank you.
with our partnership. I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is. And then
I like how so far there are so many clips in here that are just this. Like, I don't know what else to say other than this. Wow.
this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that
I
at
have
all?
not looked at my chat.
I still think it's really funny that he keeps calling Frogan the head mod. It's still really funny. Like,
What is Bunty King to you?
hilarious.
A person?
At all.
Chat, vote in the poll. Vote, 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 vote. Vote, 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 vote. Be a liberal. Be the liberal that you knew you could always be.
Dude, this
I
is
just opened it,
repulsive.
but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about
There's
me?
32,000 people in here right now.
And again, I don't think that there's much room for Ethan Klein to say, like, oh, you have to moderate your fucking chat. But Hasan Piker is clearly the person who makes this appeal constantly, saying much the same. You'll see the clips in a minute. But
Just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying,
Smaggle is head mod. Smaggle is better Frogan, personally, I would say.
who the fuck is this?
Smaggle is more politically literate Frogan. Less bloodthirsty Frogan.
Child cold, arrogant, and as fuck.
I love you, but there's
Why don't
only
you
so
moderate?
much I can
How
do.
can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like
Hasan's chat had been calling me a
I wonder why he stopped it there. Hey, Ethan Klein, sorry, you're still accountable for the things that you say. I can't really do anything if you say some fucking dumb shit and people make fun of you.
Yeah, but it's not dumb shit and your audience is a cult. So I think that, like, he has a right to be upset that your culty audience is, like, mad that he's not going with the approved talking points. You guys could all be morally bankrupt pieces of shit, but Ethan has a principle here that he's arguing. So I think that he deserves defense from people, even if not like, my audience isn't the people who like him the most. They've certainly treated him better. People in my audience hate Ethan. They treat him better than you guys do. So, and that's even when you guys were friendly with him.
Killing
Nicholas,
genocider.
She's making me become a misogynist, Nicholas. How is she this annoying, Nicholas?
This is like what people were telling me about Bo Blacks. They're like, Nick moved like 3 inches to the right every time he has to talk about Bo Blacks' penis. Now you're becoming a fucking misogynist because you're watching Denims. I blame her. It's all her fault.
Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
and all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when
It's like they all operate under this. All these content creators have to, like, keep their community in line, and then the minute that they have, like, a crazy community freak out, they're like, how the fuck am I supposed to moderate this? I don't even know how would I even begin? What the fuck?
going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit
and bringing my name up for no fucking reason.
It's just like crazy hypocrisy.
That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat, and I thought that was fucked up.
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation.
Maybe I misunderstood the purpose of putting this clip in. I'm sorry, we're watching this again.
Because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their community.
She just rolled it back. Her brain malfunctioned. She had to roll it back.
Absolutely bananas.
How?
Over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run.
Yeah, it's just not rendering correctly.
Rampant in your chat, and I thought that was fucked up.
Ethan, I love.
Wait, two things. One, that's long hair Hasan, different context. Let's pretend like the context makes sense.
What?
Two, that's a claim about letting your chat just do whatever they want and say whatever they want. Hasan on so many occasions has told chat to be nice to you.
Do you know what's funny?
Did I not ask you?
You know what this is?
I don't respect you.
Do you guys want to go on a trip with me? Let's go on a trip together, all right?
I used to be such a wholesome, tolerant person who always saw women and men as equal. But after listening to Denims, I am thinking maybe they do belong in the kitchen. Curse you, Denims.
Do you guys remember last week when we were covering Destiny and there were some people around him who were acting quite peculiar? People who had like a financial or like a job benefit with Destiny. So when it came down to time to like disavow obvious actions that are of malice, right? Or obvious disgusting behavior that Destiny was doing, I mean, people like we didn't have a problem with it over here on this channel. Augie didn't have a problem with it. Willie didn't have a problem with it. But people like Dan Saltman and Erudite had a big problem with it, right? And they had these weird crash out cope streams. In this drama...
What is Bunty King to you?
That's Mike from PA.
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
In this drama, Dan and Erudite is Mike from PA, Denims, and Frogan. All of these people are financially tied to Hasan Piker, so they will do anything they can to defend their terrorist-supporting friend, and they are comparable to every single thing that happened with those other people. They're in this drama. They are those bodies that are being filled.
Ethan Klein actively posting on his Instagram story for months about how Hasan's audience is insane. They're a bunch of tankies. They're a bunch of insane tankies.
But like the funny thing is, Mike from PA was like the lead voice in calling out sweepers on Destiny a week ago. And he's having like a crazy meltdown about how it's so cool to be friends with Hasan right now in current day. It's just like all of these people don't stand for literally anything. We were putting on all their takes and talking about how they were right about Destiny last week, but they go back immediately falling into the old habit.
And Hasan still went on his stream and said, hey, listen, like, I think the situation is just really close for him, and it's very hard for him to distance himself from Israel because he has family members.
The inner circle, exactly, Wavy.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you.
I respect no! What am I gonna do?
There we go.
Israel, and I just don't want to talk about it. Like, I think I really want him to get better, and I just want,
What is Bunty King to you?
He did what you wanted him to do.
Who is Bunty King?
He did what he was asking other people to do. What more can you do? What more do you want? That's actually the most that you can ask of any content creator, for them to curb their community's behavior and to say it in a way that you mean it. At that point, there kind of isn't anything else. You should try and cultivate a good community, and you should.
Like, source, what did Hasan do that stopped this from happening? How did he help his friend? I'm curious. You could just say he did it, but you're not really demonstrating that.
Try and hold people accountable, and burn a couple people at the stake as an example. Like, hey, stop talking about drama farming, stop, and then ban that chatter. What more are you supposed to do?
Of you, but there's only so much I can do. Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb.
What the fuck was that face? Did you see the face she made when he said Jewish people slaughtered by Hamas? This is why I'm very happy we have the second Denims cam. All right, focus on the upper regions of her personality.
Was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy.
What the fuck was that with her eyes? What did she just do?
For the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or...
She like glitched out for a second. Yeah. You know what she looked like when Vecna takes you over before you get before you float up in the air and get killed. She
party where they were having a great time until the resistance came.
Her eyes just rolled back into her head.
Electrified hang gliders.
Someone activated the electric vibrator below the
and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that doesn't say that.
I don't even. Yeah.
You've heard of Locked In. She was plugged in.
Okay. Like.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience.
Huh? That's supposed to be
Dude, she's malfunctioning, chat. She's malfunctioning.
evidence that he has no sympathy and he's never had any sympathy
Yeah.
for people in Israel. What? Also,
What?
you can't
Wait.
prove
What?
that negative. What? Isn't it weird that a lot of these clips are like 5 seconds short? Not 5 seconds long, 5 seconds short.
Audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called baby.
Okay, I've been holding off on saying it, but I'm actually going to say it now.
Please,
that is, I would argue that that's getting very close to defamation, if not already defamation.
What? What? All right, we've reached the defamation standard. All right, there we go. That's it. That's it. He's got a case, folks. This is why I don't like talking about legal shit. I look like as retarded as this broad when I do it. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were still paused. She was just silent.
Militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas.
Yeah?
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I have to break this down. 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. You brought up babies that are getting called Hamas terrorists. He attempted to humanize those children by comparing them to child
What is
settlers.
Bunty King to you? A person? Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Jarvis, overclock the facial features and engage defamation defense script.
Dude, AI Denims goes crazy.
That was his goal, to humanize them by pointing at something that you consider to be worth humanizing.
This is insane.
Not to do the opposite. He was saying, yeah, maybe there's these baby terrorists or whatever, like kids who are born to Hamas family members or some shit. But like, there's kids that are born into
Did you guys
settler-
all go to like the same rhetoric school? Like, is this what? Does this make sense to anybody at all? Like, what is happening?
That they only have an Israeli citizenship. Like, I don't think that either of these people.
But like, I can't even complain that she's confused because now she's making me confused.
I don't think it's fair to judge these literal children. They're victims of their circumstance. That wasn't to say, yes.
Mika's rhetoric is the teacher. Yeah, dude. They all gather around Mika's rhetoric, and that's how they learn.
The baby terrorists are really good, and the baby Israelis are really bad.
Oh,
They're
no.
super bad, and I don't like them. That doesn't even make any sense.
Is downplaying the violence.
That's the
specifically
Hasan laugh, by the way. The iconic forced Hasan laugh.
Sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me.
Oh, this one's my favorite clip that they love to share. Yes, actually. Something bad happening shouldn't change your opinion on genocide.
Okay.
If a Jewish person did something bad during the Holocaust,
Oh,
I
this is
wouldn't
so
suddenly
brave.
think,
This is so brave, yeah.
oh yeah, we need to keep this going. Yes, did you see that one did something bad? A couple of these guys did something.
I love when they always compare this to the Holocaust as if it's not also the Jews. Holy
What is
shit,
Bunty King
dude.
to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
I had to edit this 5 ducking times. Denim talks like a Mad Libs of approved talking points. She hears a word and it triggers a random function. Head empty.
I think she might actually be artificial intelligence. This is like the expansion pack for the Anne Frank quote. No, that's actually so true. What the
Something
fuck?
bad. No, you should be against genocide, period, all the time. You should be against genocide of every people. just because there are some shitty people in that group, you shouldn't magically say, oh, it's okay to genocide them. Your opinion
Dude, she's artificial unintelligence.
shouldn't change. I don't know why
she's Dark Viper AU, artificial unintelligence.
using this clip. It's not good to use. This video is so bad.
Even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
shouldn't you be against rape? Nah, dude, it's like the dogs thing. It's like, yeah, I only got like, well, it's like Asmongold. We went over this in the previous VOD. Asmongold says that you don't have to care about, like, he doesn't care about the dogs that Fauci killed allegedly because he was bad for like the economy and stuff. Or I forgot what I'm butchering the quote. Right? It's only, you can only care about one of those two things, right?
I don't respect you.
You can't fuck the dogs. It's all the other stuff that matters. All right. Why do people care about dogs? But in this case, the dog. I don't know. That's a bad example.
the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. The Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. Is not perfect.
See, that would have been a good edit.
If
what he said was actually this like obscene thing to say.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers,
I think
Gazans
that
have lost a lot.
the
more
reason
than
why
Israelis.
people are saying this
40,000
video
people
is
have
good
died.
is because that is kind of a crazy thing to say. Yeah. That's what that is. But I guess I agree with you, kind of.
And neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean
that's a good edit. Dash someone who couldn't edit a video.
that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole
Love to
is
hear the but.
not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community was that I'm in favor of a two-state solution, while they are in favor of a one-state solution. Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to...
I'm sorry. I have to. No, I must have heard that wrong. It must have been me.
What? Oh God, this is gonna be awful. She just keeps rewinding every time he says something.
With the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community
I don't know what I signed
was
myself
that
up
I'm
for
in favor of a
today.
two-state solution, while they are in favor of a one-state solution. Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of
She just needs processing time to understand like what's actually happening.
bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed.
I can't stress this enough. She's not playing a video game. She is giving her full attention to this video right now. There's nothing happening off screen that we're aware of. She is just locked in.
Like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in
85%.
response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that
I don't understand what I was supposed to get offended by.
There's a fucking terrorist attack, you bimbo, and then his solution is to open the borders after the terrorist attack. That's unrealistic. That would never happen. What the fuck?
Didn't that clip?
What are you not understanding?
Didn't say what you said it said. Why are you lying? Why are you being a Weasley little liar?
What?
Dude. It's the double wrong thing again.
What?
Saying you want to democratically remove Netanyahu is not saying that Israel should magically remove all its borders and allow Hamas members to do whatever they want. That's saying the current government as it exists does not have a voice for Palestinians.
That's not what Hasan said in the clip either. This is you retroactively rewriting the argument.
There should be people.
Why is that any more like justified than Ethan's fucking perspective?
That can represent the Palestinians that live in that region. And so long...
No, that's not what he said. Here's what he said. Make something up. And then she, like, her, keep in mind, 30 seconds ago, she said, why is he lying?
As Palestinians are not represented, and so long as you continue to attempt to genocide them, they will join terrorist organizations.
We were too hard on Xander Hall. We were too hard on Xander Hall when he was infiltrating the commentary community. All right, Destiny, that guy, he's fucking gone. He can stream to whoever he wants to stream to. People with low morals or whatever who want their political content from a guy who fucking distributes his friends' nudes. Whatever, be my guest. That guy's pathetic. Hasan Piker, terrorist supporter, Vosh, bestiality, fucking animated, fucking lolicon enthusiast. Xander Hall, bad with money. Doesn't look so bad now, does it?
That's just analysis. That's not justification. That's not saying Hamas is the coolest. That's not what that's saying. It's just saying you can't end this apartheid state and just keep this country in power forever. That's not... What?
Did I not ask you?
Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there'd be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country.
Oh my God, dude. Not the we can't free the slaves because if we free the slaves, they might kill all the white people argument, dude. No, dude. No.
What? Okay, so it sounds like you're in agreement with the thing that Ethan doesn't want. All I'm getting here is that you just made that thing up a minute ago and you totally agree with Hasan, and Hasan totally said what Ethan is saying.
No, man, this isn't the argument you want to use. Fuck, dude.
I'm okay with that argument personally, the one that he made, not the one that you not the one that you recrafted, but I agree with what Ethan said.
Of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba.
Except in a lot of these countries, I've brought up Morocco before. I'm Moroccan, and I've read a lot about the background and history of Morocco. A lot of these areas had, at least in Morocco, French influence during Nazi Germany to expel the Jews from this region into Israel. It was an attempt to displace Jewish people.
It wanted to put them in a safer place. That's why they threw them out.
To one
this sounds like a mouthy Buddha talking point.
Location. But also, yeah, it happened after 1948. Yeah. Like, this is a constant narrative that loves to be pushed, that Arabs...
Safer place means heaven, by the way. Jesus.
Secretly hate Jews more than the good Christian Europeans, despite the fact that, like, meanwhile, it was Europe that genocided Jewish people. Like, yeah, source on
it was for their own good. Yeah, literally.
A person?
Who is
like, I was listening to the Mouthy Buddha video where he's just doing straight up...
I'm the only one who's baffled that liberal organizations keep platforming these PPL, calling them important to the cause, when literally the left has never been in a worse place.
You go look at the Hasan Piker subreddit.
Helping.
You go to the Hasan Piker subreddit and you go watch and see what they're saying. You're like, God, the Democratic Party is just not even trying to appeal to us. It's like, yeah, because you're a cancer that needs to be purged. They shouldn't appeal to you. You're fucking weird. Do you want Trump to win or do you want Kamala Harris to win? Okay, you don't want either? That's fine. Fuck off. Like, nobody's appealing to these radicals.
Yeah, this is... You guys can... Oh, look. Let me see if I can find the specific area.
But it's like, I was watching the Mouthy Buddha video where he's just straight up Holocaust denial, and it sounds just like that. It's like... I don't even want to say the quote because it'll just get quoted as if I said it, but he's talking about how, like... He said, like, it was a war with, like, casualties or whatever, and he was arguing that they were trying to move the Jews to a safer location, and that was why they did what they did. And it's like, it's verbatim what she's saying here, and it's blowing my brain. Wait, is it the same thing she's talking about? Are we talking about the Havara agreement? I'm way out of my depth here, just to be clear. Alright, we can't linger here. We have to get in, get out, get what we need. Here.
But over 100 times can be summed up in 2 words. Common denominator. Many JQers also talk about the Havara Agreement of 1933, which was an agreement between Nazi Germany and Zionist Jews, in which the Nazis helped and assisted in the migration of approximately 60,000 Jews to Palestine. Does this sound like a group of people hell-bent on mass genocide? No. If anything, throughout the quote, Holocaust, Nazis showed restraint.
Okay, I don't think she's quite said that, but what did she say?
Like, this is a constant narrative that loves to be pushed, that Arabs secretly hate Jews more than the good Christian Europeans, despite the fact that, like, meanwhile...
Did I not ask you nice enough?
It was Europe that genocided Jewish people. Like, yeah, source on this one. Yeah, this is... Like,
surrounding Arab countries, Nakba.
except in a lot of these countries, I've brought up Morocco before. I'm Moroccan, and I've read a lot about the background and history of Morocco. A lot of
What
these
is Bunty
areas...
King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas
had...
DeOrio?
In Europe, the hate crimes committed against Jews are done by Arabs. It is not unreasonable concern to have about how Arab countries would treat the Jews in Israel.
At least in Morocco, French influence during Nazi Germany to expel the Jews from this region into Israel. It was an attempt to displace Jewish people to one location.
Yeah, this is the same
also,
thing.
Yeah, it happened after 1948. Yeah. Like, this is a constant narrative that loves to be pushed, that Arabs secretly hate Jews more than the good Christian Europeans, despite the fact that, like, meanwhile...
What, were they showing
Europe that
restraint to the
genocided
Jewish people?
Like,
would you say they were showing restraint to the Jewish people?
This is, you guys can... Oh, look, let me see if I can find the specific area.
I'm just saying, there's like a whole lot of clips you could pull up of these people talking about this, and then play them next to literal Nazis, and you struggle to see which is which.
No, it's not this one. It's a little bit before this.
And I only know what that is because that video is so racist. It lives in my mind rent free. It's like one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life because it was made literally.
One sec. I just want to show you guys so you get an idea of why this specific
Denims should be on the kill
really
stream.
Just, like, drives me insane, and it pushes this stereotype that Arab people just
You joke, but that could have been a thing that happened.
Their anti-Semitism, and that's why we need to separate the Arabs and the Jews. Meanwhile, this is total horseshit. It's total bullshit. It always has been, always will be. Should be. No, 18th century. I'm looking for 20th century. Here we go. Organized Zionism, 19th century European ethno-culturalist nationalist movement, established a Jewish state through the colonization of Palestine. Arrived in Morocco from Europe around 1900.
Yeah, dude, I knew this shit. This was in the Mouthy Buddha video.
I don't respect you.
To 1912, in the period just before Morocco's colonization. And we can skip ahead a little bit. Under French colonialism, Moroccan Jews had a different experience with the French mission.
And again, all these people, like, they read Wikipedia. This is literal Wikipedia shit. This is just so weird. All right, let's get through the fucking Havara agreement. How long do we spend here? Okay, back to the video.
Understand how you can see that. I don't understand how you can't see that.
1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jew.
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas refugees.
Nothing says we love these people like we've got to get them out before something bad happens.
After 1948, Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy.
Yeah, just ignore the history of these regions. Ignore the leaders that tried to fight for the rights of Jewish people in these regions.
What is
yeah,
Bunty King
Muslim
to you?
bad.
A person?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Also in Europe, soldiers had to patrol the Jewish community
Wait.
because of the increase of Arab refugees
Denims.
entering the country
Denims.
and terrorists attacks.
Wait, what did you just say?
And I want to give a special shout out to my boy.
Yeah, just ignore the history of these regions. Ignore the leaders that tried to fight for the rights of Jewish people.
Who were they fighting against? The rest of their people? Per se? Who were they fighting?
In these regions. Yeah, Muslim bad. Mm-hmm.
Over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan
Ignore the history. Well, I don't. The history, the reality.
Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property.
Yeah, dude, dude, they got one guy. There's one single Jew there, dude. They got one guy.
And migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded by...
I'm not surprised that Asmongold is able to do politics on Twitch over there, considering the barrier of entry is being this retarded. You know what I mean? Asmongold kind of does fit in. If you take Denims and you take Frogan and you take Hasan Piker, they're not ideologically locked, but they're about as intelligent as one another. I mean, there's IRI, there's Lonerbox, and then there's these people.
Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel.
We're just doing full-blown revisionism now. That's it.
We're doing what? I'm sorry, what did you call it? What did you call it? I don't have it open.
Okay. Yes, yes. Amen. And Americans are fat because they're dumb and lazy. End of discussion. No, there's nothing further to be gained or learned from researching anything else. Okay.
As a Jewish state. And considering the...
Yeah, these just, she's just listing off talking points. She's got, a big fucking notebook of shit right in front of her face to read off of. Hey, guys, we have to hit this talking point today. I'm so confused.
Historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries. Is it really...
I'm not even seeing, the plot threads of what we're invoking this stuff. This is what it feels like to be Chud Logic, and we're watching a YouTube drama unfold, and he's seeing it for the first time, and then I call in and I tell him, this is the time that Glup Shippo talked to fucking Lippity Dippity, and there was the big controversy, and he's like, I don't know who any of these people are, Nick. This is a complete waste of time for you to explain it to me.
Easy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit.
And that's...
How far in are we? 17 minutes out of an hour and 43.
It's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Called the West Bank.
Someone's saying Rob's Media DM me. I don't have any DMs from Rob's Media. Unless I'm schizo. Oh, they told me to link me a timestamp. I got it from Smaggle. My bad. I was misconstrued. I misunderstood the tag. Did I not ask Rob's Media wants me to play this.
I don't respect you.
I'm Jewish. My dad's been a Zionist. His whole life when October 7th happened, he said, I loved Hamas, and now he's against Israel. Let's go, Dad. Let's go.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
What is Bunty King to you?
His whole life when October 7th happened, he said, I loved Hamas, and now he's against Israel.
He loved Hamas, and now he's against it.
Let's go, Dad. Let's go. Okay, Denims, sit down and eat your sabra. Stop.
Dude, my dad is my dad became anti-Israel on October 7th when they massacred a bunch of civilians. And then it's go, Dad, you got this, buddy. This is brutal. That's fucking brutal.
I'm Jewish. My dad's been a Zionist. His whole life when October 7th happened, he said, I loved Hamas, and now he's against Israel.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? He became, she misspoke. He was a Zionist, quote unquote, pro-Israel. Then October 7th happened. And then he became a Hamas supporter. And then she's like, yes!
What is Bunty King?
Let's go, Dad. Let's go.
Who is Bunty King?
Okay, Denim, sit down and eat your sabra. Stop.
This is weird. This is fucking weird.
Settlements an abomination. Settlers in the West Bank are religious.
That's one of those where
monsters,
it's
they're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank's...
I'm getting some Ruth Conda forever energy from that chatter. If I'm being honest. What the fuck, dude?
Settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about colonial settlers and stuff, that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people
literally supporting a sports team. That's how most of these people interact. Yeah.
Are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a two-state.
Oh, by the way, I'll promote this now because I'm a total dipshit and I'm super sorry. I totally forgot we were supposed to be recording Half Baked tonight. I can't just like end stream midway through to go do it. But they pushed it back till tomorrow. So me, Willie, Tom, and Vega are going to be doing a podcast talking about the Destiny stuff tomorrow, and it'll be out midweek probably. So keep that in mind. There is more Destiny content on the horizon. It'll be me, Willie, Tom, and Vega chatting about it. Vega, probably not super informed, which is fun because we can teach him. And then obviously me, Willie, and Tom have a bunch to discuss, so that's going to be coming.
You're just gonna...
You skipped Half Baked? Yeah, I apologize. I totally fucked them over. But we are recording tomorrow, so I think at like 7 p.m. It should be out like Thursday.
I'm going to gloss over the calling Gallant.
I figured if I was going to fuck them over, I might as well promote the podcast and get people going.
Good guy.
Solution instead of one, and thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist.
How about you provide evidence that Hasan says it's okay to do that?
Because of Hasan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the
Oh,
IDF?
we're back to this fucking clip again. Now, people in chat are telling me that this person has said, like, fuck Hasan Piker or something, so it might not be as funny. They might have a point. I will concede if that's the case.
That's sad. That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a
What is
rapist,
Bunty
bro.
King to you?
You look...
Person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Are you watching Denims or Gokunaro? I literally can't tell the difference.
The Gokunaro reaction.
No, this is Denims.
Tell the difference.
like a fucking rapist, Ethan.
Is Gokunaru not like a big reactor?
Feel bad for you.
Okay, can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking he's a Sneeko fan. Like, I'm sorry, that language is not Hasan fan verbiage. Like, that's...
You know what Ethan's gonna do? If it turns out this guy was not a Hasan fan, what he's gonna do is he's just gonna publish a list of, like, 50 like a Google Drive or whatever, of just, like, 50 different comments of, like, Hasan viewers saying horrible shit about him. But again, you don't have to do this. You could go the other route. You could pull up Bad Empanada. Hasan is literally platforming somebody who's going after Ethan's wife, calling her a fucking terrorist and shit. Right? Like, this clip didn't even need to be in here. It's kind of a flex if it's true, but if it's not, it really doesn't matter. It would be a misstep for Ethan to include it, but realistically, you could just replace this section with something on Bad Empanada, and it'll tick all the same boxes.
Very clear Sneeko lexicon. Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds for just be real? Wallahi, that is not. No.
You guys, Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro, I love you. Hasan, can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3.
He is both a Sneeko and Hasan fan. This is Cope.
2, 1.
Well, I don't know. I'll wait till I see it.
I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay.
It's a funny thing about me. I don't.
Yes, good clip, Chimp. Very good. He yelled at him later. Yeah, they met once, which means he endorses everything he's ever done, ever.
So Denims doesn't even know at the point of this clip if that guy's even a Hasan. So she immediately goes back and goes, they just met one time. So she's like aware of who this person is, and her response wasn't, no, that guy's just trolling.
Okay. That's a really, you really killed him, dude. You really got him.
Yeah, she has no idea either, so I don't know if she gets to really play the high ground here on that.
Really got his ass. Fuck, dude. Oh God, how's Hasan gonna recover from that?
I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host...
So brave. So brave.
He really likes terrorists.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this part.
Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look, you think I made this? This isn't I know they're singing, but I'm seeing this guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan. Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships.
People on this helicopter right now?
Yes. They're streaming this? Yeah. Yeah, they're flexing.
What?
And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would...
Didn't I say?
Hey, thank you, Cope and Seed. Thanks, Beckett.
Like, I don't know what else you could put in besides this clip. Okay. Dude, NMP made it into the video. Let's go, NMP!
You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Oh, suddenly she has nothing to say. She was very talkative a few minutes ago. What happened?
Like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant.
Famously, everyone that's ever been designated as a terrorist organization or a terrorist sympathizer has always been bad. Oh wait, Nelson Mandela. Except for the ones that weren't. Yeah.
Wait. Whoa, dude. Dude, it's a whole bunch of Nelson Mandelas running around, bro.
Yeah. Most famously, actually, most recently, Luigi. Okay.
That guy shot and killed somebody in cold blood in the middle of New York City. Are you comparing him to Nelson Mandela? What is going on?
Yes. Okay.
These are just all bloodthirsty, violent fucking, like, psychopaths. And there's really no other way to read it.
A person, in terms of, like, everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond, social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example,
Mr. Mellon, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Unfortunately, we are watching the Ethan nuke, which is giving me, I think, permanent brain damage.
I don't think you have much brain to lose. I hope your last cell doesn't deteriorate over the course of this stream.
And we're about 20 minutes into 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Oh boy.
This podcast is dope, by the way, Deprogram.
Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy. You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
That's the thing, is this is what Hasan didn't want to react to. He literally explains the process of how he hides his power level, how he advocates for a much more approachable position, and then uses that to then leverage another one. Like if you can get those people over further, right?
With robust social safety.
Get them through the door with social democracy and then fuck them with communism.
50 nets.
Cold radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates. A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
I'm happy that we're seeing a video from 2012. What year is it? It was 4.
2012? Bro, this is the camera setup he had when Leftovers began. It's relevant to the beginning of the time that Ethan was interacting with him. She's so stupid. I mean, this is retard level speak.
5 years ago. That's how you know. That's how you know it's a good one.
That's how you... 98% of this fucking video is in the last 2 years.
Someone is pulling up 5-year-old videos, yeah. They're such a terrible person that this...
I'm sorry, is Hasan super different than he was 5 years ago? That this is, no longer relevant? Does he have a new position? Because it sounds like he was just pretending this wasn't real on stream a little while ago.
Has to show videos.
These people bring up tweets from 10 years ago and now they're using this argument. Yeah, I mean, these are literally the people who do that. Yeah. This you, bro, is from 2011, ma'am. So?
From ancient years. This is literally a criticism that Ethan Klein makes of people that bring up old videos of him. That, if I'm so bad, why haven't I done stuff recently? That's bad. Nielsen, thank you for the 5. It's just pathetic. It's so pathetic. He didn't even say he was a sock dem. He said he wants more progressive policies. Yeah. It's also dumb because it's a good things versus bad things. Yes, radicalization, when you're pushing someone to become a fucking Nazi, that's bad. Radicalization, when you want someone to become a socialist, which hopefully would get everybody healthcare, would get everybody free education that's good, would get everybody food and housing and water. I don't know, man. I think these are fundamentally different things. And actually, dare I be so bold, there is a difference between good things and bad things. Pushing for the extreme good is not the same as pushing for the extreme bad. Like, I can't believe, like, this is insane. Like, I don't know, what world are we living in? What world are we living in?
I like the fake laugh after just, like, saying whatever I say is the extreme good, whatever you say is, like, the extreme bad. Like, real nuanced take right there.
Free Plan B, thank you for the 10.
Ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
for the record.
I'm not
I'm a
putting
propagandist.
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then,
I'm saying I am. I just before you even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias.
No, you guys don't understand. My extreme is the good one. You guys, like, come on. No, we're the good extreme. I love China. These are my qualities, you know? Guys, listen, you guys are way too hard on China, and my extreme is good.
It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political...
My genocides, those are the good genocides. Your genocides? Yikes, bro. Yikes.
Where in being a propagandist does it say that you have to lie? That's not true. That's not.
These are the necessary genocides versus the personal ones, like the bad ones.
Agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision.
Not what that means.
Had I been duped? Was Hasan...
Me, a 40-year-old child, was duped by Hamas Piker. That's it.
Iconic fake laugh.
Hasan groomed me, and I was a neurodivergent minor at the ripe age of 40.
You were like this is the group of people who use the freshly 18 meme. You guys know that, right? Like, they're satirizing themselves. Honestly,
I was a total...
If Louis McClung dated this woman and they conceived of a child, I don't even know if they would be able to calculate the IQ of what that child would be. I think it should be... honestly, Louis McClung and Denims dating is the best argument I've heard for eugenics ever.
Fucking moron when
I'm sorry, that's a little out of pocket.
I fell for it a year ago, but now, thankfully, the rest of my brain developed, so I'm all good. What is happening? What are we doing?
You can't divide by 0. They won't be able to breed.
Presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude,
It really is giving middle school project. Oh my...
I don't get it. Why would it be surprised? Why would Ethan not be surprised to find out that Hasan hates liberals when he started a podcast with one? It's like, oh, Ethan should have known. I have these fucking Lenin fucking busts or something behind me. I bust to this Lenin bust 24 hours a day, dude. How did he not know? Meanwhile, the thing he's getting mad about is that you say you fucking hate liberals and you started a podcast with a liberal. So, like, maybe that, like, is something that he'd reasonably not... Like, why would he start a podcast if he knew you hated him? And why would he not be surprised about finding that fact out?
God, so good.
Movie Bob rubbed off. Yeah, I watched one thing about Movie Bob, and I mentioned eugenics the very next day. Dude, oh no. Movie Bob is fucking... You gotta go watch that EFAP.
True crime murder. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. It's right into my veins, dude. Fuck.
I hate liberals, dude. I do.
I feel like I'm watching an Ossinox video.
I hate them so viciously.
I feel like I'm watching Ossinox video of what he thinks the content nuke would have been. I am losing my mind.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals.
I forgot about Ossinox. I'm kind of glad that I haven't heard that name in like a year and a half. That guy's totally retarded too.
So much.
Did this man
Who's Ossinox? It's like Hasan's editor or whatever that would pop up on Twitter. He went by like Dexertonox or whatever for a little while. Total retard.
Next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude.
Liberals are the most like scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid and hate these
petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated?
Anyone asking about the Big Bungie video? I don't watch the Big Bungie videos without pre-watching them. I am not going in blind and blowing up my fucking channel. But I will check it out, and if it's something funny that I can show on stream, I might watch it in a future one.
This whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad.
Okay.
Past years
So bad.
before the platform.
You did not
Oh.
mainstream Hasan, okay? You
I'm sorry, I don't mean to torture you.
Over the past
Just put I just smash cut all of the live smash cut of all the fake reactions into each other.
years since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far, and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened.
Hey,
and
play
his
the
views
game,
got
boys!
more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation, after mainstreaming someone like Hasan, to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
Not even playing.
I like how he's just ignoring the fact that Hasan has been getting the same viewership that he's been getting long before he met Ethan Klein. And that viewership, it is comparative to the viewership that like MSNBC gets or like CNN gets, or I think it's only below like Fox News.
That's the problem. It's only below Fox News, and she's talking about Hasan, right?
And so
he's just ignoring the fact that Hasan has been getting the same viewership that he's been getting long before he met Ethan Klein.
Okay, but that's the point, because he puts terrorists on the screen on Twitch, and he's gonna like blow up the fucking platform for everybody who wants to use it. Yeah, that's the issue, is that he has that many viewers and then makes them watch terrorist propaganda.
Joe Rogan
from wrong.
Yeah.
You're an
influential voice for lots of people.
The way you know Ethan made a good point is when she suddenly gets confused. Well, I mean, she's been confused since we turned it on, bro.
Yeah, dumb bimbo. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've gotten dumb to this. I'm like, it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out because I make content out of it. I think it's funny. It's fun.
And there are baby settings.
Can you just shut the fuck up, bloodthirsty, violent
VPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is an app that lets you
49 months DNMK comrade.
I guess he learned how to use After Effects, and he was really excited to show us all how much work he put into his After Effects edit.
I can't imagine, like, this woman literally goes live and then probably pays somebody to like she barely even reacts to the clips. How are you going after somebody for using After Effects?
to change
like,
your
what
location.
The fuck?
Let's see what you can do with $15. Especially after this e-touch. It's an advertising vertical.
To be fair, I would do the same thing.
We have not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're going to want to panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism.
I think this is legitimately funny. This was like cool to watch. When I first saw this live, I was like, it feels like I'm watching a classic Ethan video in a way that his Keemstar nukes didn't feel like.
Which is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude.
Unironically, I think the strongest parts of this video are aimed at Twitch. Like the third quarter of the video that really smashes Twitch over the head is like the strongest parts of Ethan's thing. Which is kind of a shame because Hasan is the reason. Like, I know it's Twitch is the reason that they're in this mess, but I don't know why they can't just put their, I don't know, their company first. They're the people who like rely on them for income. Why they need to like do all this for Hasan at the expense of everybody else who uses the site.
Package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page, and he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentleladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Bait?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list.
Anti-Americanism is, I'm going to say it, pretty insane.
That was good.
What? No, it's not. He's like open about that. How is it insane to say Hasan is anti-American? I might do Frogan's watch through, but not tonight.
Good.
I have other Frogan things to do.
Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about.
I have a much more personal Frogan segment.
I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan,
First day of acting class, stop.
terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists, they're, go ahead, he knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you? And another one, the resistance isn't perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hasan, you know socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism
What is
would be
Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Remember that graph that compared Hasan to InfoWars? It makes me think that Hasan platforming the pirate is the left's equivalent of Alex Jones bringing
Wow.
on Kanye. Hasan's platforming is worse.
And once again, the right is still funnier because the Kanye interview with Alex Jones was hilarious, but the Luffy interview with fucking Anne Frank Jr. and Hasan Piker was like sad. Like even in their comparatively bad blunders. But I mean, it is true. Like Hasan is more likely to become the Alex Jones of the left than the Joe Rogan.
24. I wouldn't have a bother for this shit. Really. Of course, is he symbol of the capitalist excess? What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this?
I'm gonna die of cringe. Please, please.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Please let it end. Let it end. Please.
Forget your religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone soft to this idiot.
Or that designer dog.
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with price. Chow Chows shed
fuck
all
no.
your-
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform.
By the way, that was the whole dog segment. There are entire Reddit posts saying that Ethan like attacking the dog, blah 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 blah, blah. Like hyper fixating on that random comment. It's crazy.
That is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the U.S. Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the army ads on Twitch? The army is fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the army. Qatar. Well,
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Buying
You can pick
expensive
it.
things is not a statement about someone's politics.
Yeah. To be honest, man, you can pick a lot of people can beef with Hasan, but you don't beef with Kaya, dude. That's fucked up.
What
That's
is Bunty
weird.
King to you?
That's fucked up, man.
I don't know if love's the right word.
That's messed up, man.
They're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. Well, you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. I mean, look at what we've already done with Hasan. You're the fucking man, dude.
Is she gonna defend the Anne
Happy
Frank
birthday
comment?
again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. Prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past.
Uh-oh.
Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate.
I didn't catch that on the first watch through. That's the only reference he made to the brothels. I think everyone has kind of moved off the brothel talking point, too.
I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow...
Excuse me, Ethan. They're not pikes. They're pikers. He wants to put the Jews' heads on pikers, okay?
Somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization.
A person?
Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America. Curse upon the
Hey,
Jews.
thanks for the goal.
That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys, and let's make 2025 our biggest
Luffy wants the heads on pikers, not pikes.
year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get them. If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by
Whoever just mentioned this a minute ago, we're here.
Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme.
See, that would have been funny if you weren't crashing out for the past year, Pepe Sylvia.
No, it was funny. I'm sorry. You can cope all you want. It actually was pretty funny.
Like that. Oh God, that would have been. That might have been
crashing out is when he bullies you.
A funny skit, but it's not funny when you've been deranged posting about him for like a year, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what was so deranged about it. Seems like he's been making pretty, fair arguments. Oh, the Rangers have scored.
Dude, fuck.
Extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of
2-2.
InfoWars.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group.
Oh, like you did, like yesterday, right?
They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruit.
Wait, they're saying that Ethan was hiling Hitler on his live stream? Is that like a real thing? Because Elon Musk hiled Hitler. Now they're going to just say that every single fucking person is hiling Hitler. Wow. Okay, guys. Here we go. There it is.
Recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless.
He did it as a joke. There's no such thing as a joke. A joke is just an opportunity to take somebody out of context for these people. That's literally, a joke is literally just an opportunity.
Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis' Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar.
Look at her. She's sitting there smirking, and the words on the screen are Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel. Like, this is insane.
America, death to Israel, and
look at that fucking face,
a curse
dude.
upon the Jews, and that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course,
Beyond
victory to
politics
Did she
and
just
without a
bite
shred
her
of
lip?
malice or bias in my thoughts, I cannot comprehend this woman or how she thinks.
Did she just bite her lip when he said victory to Islam?
Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews, and that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was on the curse upon the Jews line.
To Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're a fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill.
That's a weird switch. It's a weird switch, chat. I don't know what's going on.
Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is
she's so quiet now. Yeah, dude, she's fucking.
Hezbollah is
quiet.
Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about
She's
this
speaking with her eyes.
topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor into what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, that is such Western-focused propaganda. Like, for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Why is she pausing? What's happening?
Okay, I must be the fucking moron that didn't understand.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So I'm sorry to make you.
Wait, every time he makes an argument, she doesn't understand. I gotta go back. What was the point?
You guys rewatch any of this, but I between the slicing of the clips never seemingly ending correctly, like he's constantly getting cut. I don't know.
Bro, you gotta go to your doctor. You need a fucking Adderall. Holy shit. Your only job is to concentrate at what's on the fucking screen.
I don't respect you.
What was the point that I was supposed to obtain from that?
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor into what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, that is such Western-focused propaganda. Like, for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Okay, I think there were two separate points made there. One,
oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Is, yeah, the state that calls itself the state for Jews, the state of Jews, is going to have its oppressors become anti-Semitic.
Is this
They don't
really
need
lolly?
to read Mein
Dude, we need to render additional pylons.
Kampf. I don't even know how you can think this is controversial.
Ethan's new Instagram story is based as fuck. I gotta be... Dude, I can't just open Instagram because the reels, bro. I can't just open Instagram ever. This dude is really showing his ass. It seems like... this is what Ethan said just now. It seems like Hasan's only defense is to call me an associate of destiny, which is something I barely feel I need to address, seeing as, you know, I don't even know him. A message to Hasan.
And why I was born. You cannot break me. Once again, I will break you. All hail King Miller. Is this really lolly?
Dude, it's just a fucking dude walking towards the thing. And then he took a shot at Ludwig. And it said, "You guys are so funny. I don't even use that phrase because it's dumb as fuck. I also feel it's derogatory towards mental health in general after obsessively spewing that for the past year. Now you guys are getting defensive before Hasan. The gates are open. You are no longer infallible. You are no longer scary. It's open season for you scumbags." And it was, if you think this is crashing out, but the 5,000 deranged posts and videos Ethan has made about Hasan, then you don't know what crashing out means. So yeah, he's just pushing back on the crashing out stuff. There's not really much here.
Or like how you can think that this is anti-Semitic. Like Norm Finkelstein literally says this exact...
Norm Finkelstein is a fucking retard. Norm Finkelstein is a complete moron. Why the fuck do I care what Norm Finkelstein takes on any of this shit?
Same thing, and says, yes, but I cannot judge these people who have been oppressed, who have lived in the world's largest open-air prison their entire life by the state of Israel to just magically be pure of heart and not be anti-Semitic. I care a lot.
One day you guys are going to get me mad enough at Denims that we're going to sit down and we're going to watch the React debate between Denims and JXE. The next time Dark Viper wakes up and says we're harassing him one day and it restarts the React conflict for the 400th fucking time, because, yeah, that's how it goes. I'll pull up the clip and we can watch the JXE Denims debate. If you want to see this person defend their positions, it's a fucking riot.
More about the oppressors not being oppressed anymore. I care a lot more about the state that has all of America's funding, all of its backing, all of its weapons to stop doing evil things with that money. Huh? Hey, these black slaves really hate white people. Like,
what is Monkey King to you?
A person?
Did you mean oppressed?
Who
Yeah,
is
sorry, I
Monkey
meant
King?
oppressed. I said oppressor, I meant
Nicholas
oppressed.
Oppressed
She
to
looks
impress.
like a human, but Taki's like a skinwalker.
Like a skinwalker. I still think she's AU. She's Denim's AU. Artificial and intelligence.
That's not like an anti-Semitic position to hold. To say that people who are actively being oppressed by a group of people will learn to hate these people.
What? Oh, Denims, you are opening up the door. You are opening up a door right now that I don't think you want to open. Okay? That's okay.
That doesn't mean that it's good. That doesn't mean that it's okay. It's actually bad. But you...
All right, we're reeling it back.
This is just like basic math here. It's also a little hard to talk about social issues when bombs are being dropped in your head. I don't even understand how you can have such a delusional opinion.
I'm not
Here's
shocked.
Norm talking about the slogan. Oh, thank you for linking this.
There is a problem from hell.
Yeah. I have to ask you this, Norm, because I'm sure people raise this with you. The fact that Ansar Allah says, curse the Jews.
It's their slogan, I
Their
think.
slogan.
Oh God! Whoa! Okay. Holy yeah! All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Just wait. Yeah, it's the slogan. Yeah, what's up with that?
Death to America, death to Israel.
No. Curse the Jews.
Yep.
Now,
I don't
know
get
what I say to that, but I want to hear it. Yeah.
I don't get hot under the collar about those things. And not
Okay, dude. All right. Yeah, these people are all fucking aliens. I don't get hot under the collar about these things. Why? Why don't you get hot under the collar about these things?
because I'm giving people a pass.
This isn't like going, well, those Palestinians really don't like gay people. This is like specifically relevant to this group that they're currently fighting with.
Israel describes itself as the state of the Jewish people.
Right.
What do you expect these people to do? Have they ever met a Jew who was nice to them? I doubt it. I doubt it. So if they conflate the two, let Israel, call itself by the name. Call itself the state of the Nazi people, and that problem wouldn't arise. So then they would just say they hate Nazis, and then the matter with.
And it's crazy because what now? Ask Denims what her positions are on drug addicts on New York State Transit. I'm just curious. What does Denims think about the state of New York State Transit on the subway? I feel like that's a pretty comparable example here, don't you think? Drug addicts who are lunging knives at people on New York State Transit
would disappear. So I don't get excited about those things. I've said this story before, so you'll forgive me. My parents, as you know, they passed through the Nazi Holocaust, and in later years, they read a lot of the history. They wanted to know.
Guys, listen, all right? The homeless drug addict on the New York State Transit that's brandishing a knife. Listen, guys, that guy deserved to die. You know why that guy deserved to die? Well, listen, if you're going to be a homeless drug addict and threaten people all the time, what are the regular New York public going to do? Of course, they're just going to fucking kill you because they're scared of you. Have they ever met a homeless drug addict brandishing a knife that's nice to them before?
What happened to them? What happened to their family? And I remember my father knew Russian. He learned it late in life, but he knew Russian.
I think that's the majority of the clip.
Yeah, it's justified to go out and
who is Bunty?
It's justified to start parading New York City, going death to the homeless. Because
let me make sure there wasn't anything else
on the Nazi Holocaust. Okay, and he came over to me and he said, "This is a good book. I like this book." So why do you like this book, Dad? He said to me, because they don't talk about the German. Excuse me.
Why does the guy sound like he's gonna cry any second? He's kind of got the Jordan Peterson fucking flow, doesn't he? They both kind of sound like they're about to cry.
Talk about the Nazis. They talked about the Germans. He hated that distinction because for him, you have to understand. For him,
this shit where they're talking about this, it sounds like the way that I don't know. This just sounds like the way people justify their hatred of Black Americans. That's just what it sounds like. I don't know. It's just the way it sounds like the way that Nick Fuentes will justify his hatred for Black people. It's just the way they're justifying the death to America fucking slogans. But whatever.
Mother, every German was a Nazi. That they didn't meet other Germans. It's not as if they went to Germany and they went and saw some Wagner in the opera house.
He was also a Nazi.
Right. Yeah. For them, they only knew Germans as Nazis.
And it's because if you are oppressed by the state that calls itself the home for Jews, it is a shock that people who are being denied food, being denied water, being denied medical supplies, construction, who are having their homes bombed, who are losing family members, hospitals, friends, did I already mention their homes? Their homes.
I don't respect you. So I respect
no! What am I gonna do?
Denims says you can't blame anti-Semitic Palestinians because they are being actively bombed by Jews. Would she give the same charity to Jewish Israelis that hate Palestinians that are being actively bombed by them the same?
No. Nope. She absolutely wouldn't. I'll answer that for her. Those are terrorists, okay? Those are the terrorists.
It is a miracle that any of those people have not become anti-Semitic.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
And honestly, I mean, a lot of people who are critical of the state of Israel will say the fact that the state of Israel calls itself a home for the Jews, or the state of the Jews.
Wow, really wearing it on your sleeves on this one. Fucking Christ.
Is anti-Semitic.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
You can be against Israeli civilians dying.
I don't want to hear any of these people call me racist or bigoted ever again. Did I not ask you nicely? I don't want to hear the word phobic in my lifetime. All these people are severely fucking prejudiced, and I'm sorry. That's the only way I can understand the justification for this type of behavior. They're either playing team sports with people's lives, or they're extremely prejudiced and they're just projecting it onto everything else.
Sad for the Israelis that died during October 7th. You can be against anti-Semitism. You can want every Palestinian to stop being anti-Semitic, and you can say, yes, you guys should not be anti-Semitic. That's bad. But you can't just ignore every single piece of context and then just claim, oh, well, these people are just evil because they just hate Jews because they can't help it because they're Arab Muslims. That's pathetic. That's disgusting. It's disingenuous. It's embarrassing.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
That lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic,
I forgot, are we talking about Hezbollah right now? She went on a whole rant there.
homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
Oh boy.
These were the people that the
Please
Saudis
defend this. I ask of you, Denims. You must defend.
for killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the mic.
I'm gonna grab my food.
Fucking mixed reactions.
I'm so confused. What
is She's bopping back and forth. She's liking it. Why is this funny? This is like terrorist dancing, doing literal propaganda right in front of you. What is so funny about this? Like the how awkward the guy is watching it? Is that the funny part? Or like what? This was on Twitch? Yeah, this is on Twitch. Guys, remember, Dan Saltman's the bad guy. Don't forget, Dan Saltman is the only reason there's no advertisers on Twitch. It has nothing to do with the fact that they just let this guy go around watching terrorist propaganda for fun on stream. It's entirely Dan Saltman and Ethan Klein's fault. There is no other blame to be placed here.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even—
Now, fuck the time. Dude, you're trying to make an argument right now, Ethan. You're not understanding this. That TOS is for everyone who's not named Hasan Piker. If you're Hasan Piker, there is no TOS for you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Or Hasan's friend. You have like full free reign to do whatever you want.
even for the purpose of denouncing
What
such
is bunty king
content.
to you?
Denouncing? Okay, but
Who
what's
is
the
bunty
rule for
king?
endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
Yep. Everything we said about Ethan and Susan is 100%. Yeah, it's not even like, oh, is this what's happening? It is 100% what is happening with fucking Hasan and Dan Clancy. It's fucking disgusting. It's like a crazy incestuous relationship they have over there. Not CEO Dan Saltman. No, I'm talking about Dan Saltman because he's leading the Twitch adpocalypse, and I'm satirically mocking the fact that people are saying it's exclusively Dan Saltman and Ethan causing it, not Dan Clancy allowing this guy to just platform fucking terrorists without like any without literally anything like pushing back or whatever, without any like moderation, rather. That's the right term.
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example.
Reaction is like cracking me up. It's like, I know like Nick is one of the least politically informed people, so like he's just totally lost. Like he's literally just like, Mom, come get me. Mom, please.
Chris Brown dancing, you know.
I'm shocked. Like, how retarded do you have to be called politically uninformed by Denims? I don't even like. That's an insult of like absurd proportion.
No. They do like.
What is this? Hot take: the Houthi song isn't even that good. Yeah, that's the biggest thing here is that they're lying about it being good. That's the most pathetic part.
That Houthi song isn't even good.
Like they're just gaslighting us into thinking this horrible music is good.
Musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit.
Like imagine if someone's like,
This has
dude.
the same energy as showing someone a video of the Covenant glassing a planet and saying they're a very musically gifted people.
You know what? It's funny. Somebody sent me a meme, and I'm not going to play it here because it's very offensive. But somebody created a meme where it was like Ethan Ralph is the Killstream are very musical people, and it was just the Ethan Ralph intro screen playing Alabama like.
This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda,
127 answer, yeah, for sure.
let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of
Dude, they're very musical people over on the kill stream.
violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Yeah, Sweet Home Alabama, if you're wondering. Yeah, of course. That's the only one. That's the one.
I know that. Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking...
Yeah, this is psychotic. And then it's not that he just shows it. It's that he goes out of his way to justify it. That's even crazier.
Sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking...
Oh, Jug is here?
They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what?
What I don't understand from Ethan Klein is, if you believe that a state is committing genocide, and I would argue the ICC and the ICJ have said enough about both of those things, about the state of Israel committing a genocide, and you believe that for a second, how exactly should people resist that genocide?
What?
Because we understand what happened on October 7th. Obviously wrong. Okay.
Obviously wrong. It doesn't really sound like off that clip of Rob's Media that you were super upset about it. It sounds like that. It sounds like obviously wrong is carrying a little bit extra weight there.
Any civilians? Obviously wrong. Okay. Like, would a vote harder? That hasn't worked.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you're saying that the only way that they could possibly stop the genocide is by capturing civilian people on boats? What is she trying to argue here? The only way to fight the IDF is to, like, hijack ships of civilians that are completely unrelated?
Things about the state of Israel committing a genocide, and you believe that for a second. How exactly should people resist that genocide? Because we understand what happened on October 7th. Obviously wrong. Okay. Harming any civilians? Obviously wrong. Okay.
So we're going to hijack the civilians instead?
Like, would a vote harder? That hasn't worked. It's been decades of voting harder, and that hasn't worked.
Okay, but there's got to be something in between from voting harder and hijacking civilian vessels.
If you were, I know you don't.
This is like deranged. These people, like, unironically, I don't know why this person streams politics. Maybe they don't have good media literacy or something. This is just like scary. This is very scary.
Believe it. But if you were to believe that a genocide was occurring, how do you believe that those people should like, if during Nazi Germany, do you think that taking German ships holding weapons of war or even just like materials for the state of Israel and taking the goods off of those boats, would that have been bad?
Wait, it's not taking the goods off the boats. They're taking the people on the boats. They were gone for 2 years, weren't they, off of that ship? Are the people the goods?
I want to understand, like, what is an acceptable form of resistance? Is any form of resistance acceptable?
That's not resistance, asshole! That's offense! That's not defense! That's terrorism!
Bitch, it's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing that.
Nick, you don't understand. They were laughing and dancing with the kidnapped people.
Inside in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Hasan's third claim is...
Please say it.
Okay, first of all, he's not even providing sources for half of this stuff.
Please say
provided
it.
Like
they were found 8 days ago, therefore it's justified.
In segments, if any. Okay, half the stuff he said has been outright false.
Okay, but I'm not going to specify which of the false things, but you know, obviously don't give him any credit.
But okay, sure, yeah.
is that this attack...
Okay, so she doesn't even know. She has no idea that the hostages were found. She found out after. She thought they were still fucking missing.
Happened.
They've already been released. I don't know why we're...
Wait, hold on. Is she reading that from chat? Is she reading that from chat? Hold on. Pause. Did she know? Let's see. Full screen. Let's see. Can we see they've already...
We're just lying. It's been outright false. But okay, sure. Yeah.
Is that this attack happened...
They've already been released. I don't know why we're just lying now, and also conflating different situations. Okay.
Did she read chat? Or did she know? She knows.
Okay, sure, man. More Wikipedia screenshots. Let's go.
in their territorial waters.
I don't know, chat. I don't know. That's close. That could be her. That could be her reading chat. We don't know.
Which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying.
No,
for
it was in
Houthis
chat. You could see it. Where?
But okay, sure. Yeah.
Yes! Yes, it is! Dude, she reads the chat message. They are back home. They struck a deal already. After like fucking 2 years, a deal was struck to bring the hostages home.
Yeah.
Is that this attack happened...
They've already been released. I don't know why we're just lying now, and also conflating different situations. Okay, sure, man. More Wikipedia screenshots. Let's go.
in their territorial waters.
More
which is
Wikipedia screenshots. Wasn't that your source earlier in the stream? Didn't we spend like 20 minutes of you going through fucking the Havara agreements or some shit on Wikipedia?
also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's
10
being
days
paid.
ago. It was 8 days of the time of when this was recorded. 10 days now. Here, unpause.
And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
How is it a lie? What happened was, like, this video was postponed, probably because of the Destiny situation, and it was supposed to come out last week. I imagine it's an oversight that he didn't go back and re-research all of the segments a week later, because the unfortunate reality is, like, this probably would have been posted around the time that they were found, or, like, days before they were found, but it got pushed back or whatever. I don't think it's significant. The reason why he brings it up, and we'll see it here, is because he was talking to the Luffy guy who supposedly spoke to those people who had access to the ship and had access to the fucking whatever, and he gave a softball interview about it rather than just asking for more information about the people who are missing.
Leftists getting paid. Could you imagine that?
Ethan saved the hostages. Obviously, it's the only way.
Yeah. You guys are getting paid?
No, I'm not calling
I'm a propagandist.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming.
I think it's a mistake on Ethan's part. It's one of my 2 to 3 issues with the video, but to call it significant is kind of unhinged. I don't think it's a significant problem with the video.
Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. Israeli society is going to start getting upset.
This is still like objectively crazy footage. Like on a technical standpoint, the fact that we have fucking 4K footage of like a takeover of a ship is insane. I mean, like as insane as the fact that like we have IDF members literally recording their fucking war crimes. Like,
she literally can't make one concession without immediately whatabouting extremely hard. It's so fucking embarrassing. Like, it is actually deranged. She's like midway through her first reasonable point, and then she immediately jumps off a cliff.
it's crazy that technology has brought us to the point where we can just
like she was like so close to being like rational for one part of the video.
Whatever we want, just from like a fucking phone or like a GoPro or whatever.
You're gonna be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hasan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship.
No, the goal is not to make people flip. Oh my God. Lana,
what is
stop. Oh my God, what the hell? Lana, thank you for the 25 gifts. Hi, Lana. No, the goal is not to make them fucking flee or leave. The goal is the same with any instance of financial pressure. The goal is to get citizens to be like, dude, whatever you guys are fucking doing up there in the government, stop. Our lives are worse because you guys won't stop genociding these people. Stop genociding them.
The brain damage I'm getting from this is massive. Wow.
And you know what else is massive?
All my Amazon packages.
I don't
the goal is to get everyday average people. This kind of goes back into stop. Oh my God, what the hell? Lana, thank you for the 25 gifts. Hi, Lana. No, the goal is not to make them fucking flee or leave. The goal is the same with any instance of financial pressure. The goal is to get citizens to be like, dude, whatever you guys are fucking doing up there in the government, stop.
Yeah, guys, we need to starve them and like deprive them of resources and like fuck over all these. Okay, whatever.
Our lives are worse because you guys won't stop genociding these people. Stop genociding them.
Sick.
I want my Amazon packages.
love.
Hasan was the one who said it? Wait, was that what? Whoa, what?
People flip. Oh my god. Lana, stop. Oh my god, what the hell? Lana,
is that what he said?
Hi, Lana. No, the goal is not to make them fucking flee or leave. The goal is...
Hasan said, I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal. Oh, the quote was literally Hasan saying that and she's fighting with chat. Oh, what's that? What's that sound effect, guys? What be that sound effect? The Rangers just scoring to take the lead late? Is that what just happened? Oh boy. 3-2? 4-2? Whoa, 4-2. Wow. And Mika Zibanejad scored. Holy shit. Crazy. Keep going.
The same with any instance of financial pressure.
Up
the goal
big.
is to get citizens to be like, dude, whatever.
That's Quick's 400th win, right?
Whatever you guys are fucking doing up there in the government, stop. Our lives are worse because you guys won't stop genociding these people. Stop genociding them. I want my Amazon packages.
love.
The goal is to get...
What the fuck? Stop genociding them. I want my Amazon packages. Okay. I don't know, dude. I don't know how much more I can take of this. This woman is very, very difficult to watch.
Everyday average people, this kind of goes back into that one time Asmongold was like, I can't believe they're protesting on the road. Don't they know my DoorDasher is going to be an hour late now because of this? It's like, yes, that's the whole point is for it to inconvenience you. So that average everyday people like you get really fucking annoyed.
But like, then why does Just Stop Oil like never actually accomplish any of their goals with climate change? If the reason, like, there are people who would rather run through the blockade of retards kneeling on the sidewalk to get to work so they don't get fired than actually listen to anything about climate change or any of that shit. I mean, I think that's probably like, I think it's probably 60-40 on people who'd rather drive through the blockade or send the people who damaged the art, like, painting thing for like fucking 50 years in jail or something like that. Like, more people get more mad at the person doing it than they get at like their own government. So all this stuff about like, wow, all these people obviously hate the Jews. They've oppressed them their whole lives. Yeah, but like, all the Jews are going to look at this and hate the Palestinians. They're not going to reflect on their government. That's not how we're wired. They're going to turn around and go, these fucking Palestinians are taking over and taking away our fucking Amazon packages. 100 times out of 100, that's going to be the reaction. It's actually ignorant to think that that wouldn't be what's going on.
Because of the protesters, and go and complain to hopefully someone who will fucking do something. That's the point.
Yeah, nobody's going to do that. They're just going to get more mad at the Palestinians.
The point is that the disruptors are supposed to do some disrupting.
And you're saying all of this while this nonviolent protest is going on right after October 7th, right? Well, this is before October 7th. But like during this whole nonviolent protest, they just shot and killed and raped a bunch of civilians. So, yeah, not doing too good for the stonks on that one, I'd say. It's like, whilst this non-violent approach is going on, there's like an extremely violent back and forth.
So that people who are otherwise apathetic try to petition their government. The whole point of BDS is literally to make this average Israelis mad at the government. Yes.
Who is Bunty King?
Yes.
Nicholas DeOrio?
Denims has been so vocally opposed to Destiny. Why make her accusations now? She could have come out at any time if something happened to her and Jason's orbit would have ran with it.
All right, well, I got
very convenient.
I got a bunch of shit when I mentioned Denims when the Destiny stuff was going on, but fundamentally, Denims' allegations against Destiny hinged on non-sexual recordings, leaked phone calls, if you will, right? It shouldn't be put next to any of the people who are involved. It just should. It's ridiculous to compare that to like leaked recordings of a sexual nature or recordings of a sexual nature without consent. I don't know. There's some story about how she like fucked some guy in Destiny's apartment and there was a big back and forth and leaked calls were recorded. I hate to tell you, about 80% of this drama is off of like leaked recorded phone calls or whatever. So there's quite a lot of hypocrites if we start getting mad at Destiny for recording somebody for his fucking safety in his house. I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world. But again, that's kind of that's the market that we're all in.
I always do the possible.
Now, using it to threaten is a different story, and that's worse, but I don't think that you can just sit here and compare what happened to her to what happened to Pixie. It's a little ridiculous.
Gift subs. Yashoki.
What are we doing? Oh, actually, we have a fun segment. We have a Bo Black segment on the horizon. This stream is stacked. We're going through Denims, we're going through Bo Blacks, we're going through Ethan. There's a lot of stuff tonight.
5 gift sub. Thank you guys.
Citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild. So these guys did all of this, right?
It's insane to even make this claim when I know this is not true. I know this is not true.
Why?
There's literally a 0% chance this is true.
Why don't you just pull out Wikipedia then? What are you gonna do? It's not true because I've decided it's not true?
So if you're troubled, just trouble others to get noticed. I think in some instances, yeah. Like,
oh my god, this woman is actually fucking retarded. It's extremely difficult to watch.
I don't know, a genocide? Yeah, actually.
I really think that, like, in her head, the Israeli citizens are just firebombing, raping, and murdering innocent Palestinians on the side of the road, and the Palestinians have been doing peaceful protests. And like, I really think that, like, she's so deranged, she's convinced herself that this is a complete one-sided conflict of just them being attacked over and over again without doing anything wrong.
I think troubling others because you dropped your phone on the floor and cracked your screen.
Yeah, they didn't drop the phone on the floor and crack. That's not what they're doing. They're dropping children and women on the floor and shooting them in the head and raping their corpses.
Yeah, that would be pretty dumb. I think for a fucking genocide, yes. Yes. Actually, yes. I don't think you should even be calling a genocide being a little troubled.
So I never tried
Sorry, wrong video.
They did all of this.
Would you rather watch her or Frogan? Probably Denims.
Helicopter? Yeah. That looks like
I actually did pick Denims over Frogan.
Helicopter. It is a legit helicopter. This is wild.
I just think it's crazy that she's going to dance around this and, like, minimize what's going on over there when she's supposed to be the expert that cares.
So they take it over, they take it over, they take it over, and they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews, and they're like, all right, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us, we're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us, we're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for
this is
over
like
a year.
deranged shit.
Prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us.
This is a 3-minute video of what do you do in a music video? When you use a music video, I'm expecting like, are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing these guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
What is this edit, dude? Dirty cute.
I'm confused. Like, are you not really? Is there something that's confusing? Like, why are you not understanding the edit? The edit is because he's surprised because Hasan is showing him terrorist propaganda on stream, and he's like concerned about the implications of being seen watching that in front of thousands and thousands of people.
Q-tip, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like...
We've been on this point for how long now?
Yeah, this is like a pretty fucking big point, Denims. It's a pretty fucking big point. Yeah. We've been on it for quite a while. We should spend a little more time on it because you guys are sweating every time it comes up.
Now? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. 10 viable minutes of promoting fucking terrorism. What, you don't have a lot to add? No easy debunks?
Or is there anything else in here? Are we still on this point? We're going to keep on this point forever? We're not going to... Okay.
The thing is, like...
Also, NMP was literally joking about
no.
this.
Oh, God.
You have to understand, for someone who's not funny, they don't understand what comedy looks like, okay?
Oh, you are way out of your depth on that one. Wow. Okay. Holy shit. That's something she just said, chat. She just said that.
Hilarious.
To get baited by Nick is pretty embarrassing, though. Like, actually, that is kind of L.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me. Yeah. But like, I just like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page.
Denims could learn some comedy from a Jake Weddle workshop. She'd probably come away a little bit funnier. Yeah.
That's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
What is Bunty King here? Person? Who is Bunty
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Israel's been real quiet, guys. Real fucking quiet since this. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, Hasan, my sweet.
And the music sucks too. It's actually objectively fucking terrible. So that's even funnier.
Naive friend. You
The
say
mixtape, yeah, drop the hardest bars. Like, oh fuck, dude, this is what Ja Rule must have felt like.
that Jews don't sing and dance like that, then what the fuck do you call this?
Yes! Let's see, does she look visibly repulsed when the Jews start dancing?
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
I like how most of this video so far has been Hasan saying something, and then Ethan Klein saying something totally different. Hasan will be like, yeah, I like
it's just
pancakes. And
didn't
then Ethan
happen.
Klein will say, yeah, I bet you didn't consider that waffles are good. Like, it's just that over.
This is something that she wrote down before the stream started. I refuse to believe this is a thought she's having organically. This was written prior to the fucking video being released. It's just such a retarded take that I cannot think that, like, during the Jews dancing, she was going through, like, the pre-written talking points.
Over and over and over.
It's from
and
Twitter.
over
Yeah,
and
it's just
over and
ridiculous.
over again.
Ooh, fuck. Or she's getting DM'd what to say. I mean, it's just like... Yeah, play the dancing Israeli children, true. Proof she doesn't understand joke. Yeah, literally.
I've been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
The fucking MLG edit is great. What song is this in the background? Is it like an anime thing? I've heard this in like a PewDiePie video 5 years ago. Wait, is that the thing that they used for like PewDiePie's weird... Oh. Wait.
Got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
I'm gonna be honest.
It sounds like JD. Yeah, it sounds like the song. Remember when PewDiePie had like? All right, this is a bad reference. Do you remember when PewDiePie had like the Hitler intro? What was the song that he used in that? Like his weird Hitler intro that he did back in the day.
I get why Dan made the face that he made about the Hasan nuke.
Wait.
I get it now. Oh, this
that
is
was
bad.
what I was thinking
We're
of.
A little under halfway.
The PewDiePie Hitler intro? What was the song from this? Yeah, that's the one that that's what I was thinking of during that. Okay.
Way through, and this is pretty fucking bad. Like, this is actually...
Those are not the same. I don't know. It was like the same pitch. That was what was playing in the back of my head.
Israel been real quiet since this dropped.
I'm out of the loop with anime. I'm sorry. I don't understand fucking anime. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. I'm Western, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got...
And then the ladies and gentlemen, we got him reminds me of that shit too.
Houthis been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Now we come to...
Am I going insane? Am I going?
I thought Evangelion was like the Curb Your Enthusiasm show. I didn't even know it was an anime. Like, I've heard the name, I just thought it was like a fucking sitcom from like the 80s.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you. So,
What do you mean this was released in 2025?
Our
Hospital
sweet,
scene with
beautiful,
Denims.
cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a
massive levels of sweeping inbound. Get ready.
mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Tim Houthi Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on
I'm sure he's going to present evidence of him being a Houthi.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, Denims. Oh boy.
stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a...
man.
I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell him that. I want to ask him about the knife.
I'm sure he's going to mention the fact that Houthis were designated as a terrorist organization after this interview.
What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? So he was okay with being called the Houthi when it was not terrorism to be associated with them. And then suddenly, the minute that they... Okay, dude, I hate this woman. I hate her.
I'm sure he's going to recognize...
That's not a point in your favor, moron. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck?
And say the fact that this Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi. I'm sure that...
It was determined he was not a Houthi after the term Houthi began to mean terrorist. This is just so crazy. This is absolutely insane.
I'm sure that that's going to happen.
Knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird.
We're just posting Hasan W's now. That's it? Okay.
So weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
I would not even hospital scene Denims.
Okay, I don't know what that reference is. It sounds like it's a reference to Sargon, which would be very bad. But it could be a reference to... Is it bad that when I think hospital scene, my thought immediately goes to, like, Breaking Bad when they kill fucking Hector Salamanca? Or is that not a hospital? I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's an Evangelion reference? Oh, it's going to be way over my head, guys.
Hasan uncritically
I have
interviewed
no
this kid
idea
for
what that is. I'm not looking that up, but thank you.
about an hour. It was the most brazen...
Everyone's telling me it's really bad, so I'm just not going to reference it ever again. It never happened. I never even heard him say that.
...display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
Yeah, so it was about Hector Salamanca, right? Yeah.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did clout with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes him. Yeah.
So I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about...
Now, Denims isn't going to reference the fact that this person can just have access to the fucking hostages. This is so crazy.
He's kidnapped and missing.
She's not even going to engage. She's like, he's not a Houthi. I've decided he's not a Houthi.
He just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to America's and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny.
We're not going to talk about the fact that that was a mistranslation. No. That might actually...
A mistranslation?
Actually...
That's the first thing you're going to say?
You know, report on things accurately, and we wouldn't want to do that. Sure,
Is there a game?
That's the only thing you have to say after that whole segment. Are we serious?
See, they're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC
Hey, Ethan, he didn't himself say that he was with the captain. He said that the Houthis were.
in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do?
Okay.
The crew is not missing, by the way.
The crew is not
Today we
missing?
welcome the long overdue release of 25.
That is what you're latching onto, is the crew is no longer missing. After they were missing for over a year. Okay.
Members of the MV Galaxy leader hailing from Bulgaria, Mexico, the Philippines, Romania, and Ukraine. United States deeply grateful to the Sultanate of Oman for its essential and timely efforts to secure the release of the crew. Houthis had unlawfully detained the crew, violently seizing their vessel over a year ago. They still have not released the Galaxy leader itself, which is stolen property.
Yeah, the Willie Mac tweet has hit its intended target.
Acts have endangered the lives of seafarers.
Thanks, Willie. Thanks for making that a huge deal.
Hindered the delivery of essential humanitarian assistance, harmed economies across the region. We must not be distracted by this insufficient action by the Houthis. Okay. Okay. Didn't he spend 1 billion days on this and say he had to keep pushing it back? He couldn't be fucked to go in and edit this?
I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. As if that's a big point. That, like, yeah, he probably should have. This is one of my two minor critiques with it. But the fact that she's sitting here pretending to be all up in arms during a segment like that, finding out, like, oh my god, dude. And then she's like, yeah, you could have just gone back and edited that after 18 months. Like, if Ethan does a response to this and just, like, nuclear fallout, it's like, hey, guys, I just wanted to correct my story. So when Hasan talked to the little Houthi fucking retard and didn't press him on the locations of the people who are hostages and stuff like that, I initially reported that they were still missing, but I am happy to inform you, after 18 months of hiding these people and putting guns to their heads and fucking not releasing them back, they have reached an agreement and that these people are allowed to go home now. So yeah, I just had to make a big correction on this video. Yeah, it was only 18 months. That was the short amount of time they were kept away from their families and loved ones. So I just wanted to make sure that we're all well aware. Yeah, they only lost 2 years of their lives. It's fine.
Who have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's
none
sick.
of which are Israeli, by the way. Yeah.
KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid?
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire.
That's
oh
fire,
my God.
dude.
We think the Houthis,
Fire.
Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do
love this.
Not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi.
There's a fucking KFC in Yemen! There's so many good sound bites from this fucking video, dude. Here's a 4-minute meme of Hasan praising Bad Empanada. I'll play it after. I have a segment for Cope. I'll put it in that one. But, oh my god. Dude,
hello.
Shout out to the guy. I forgot your name, but you were a legend. You put a bunch of new soundboard things in here. We've got this one.
Slavery.
Obviously, Destiny isn't really a fucking male feminist at all. He has rape review.
Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy.
Wait, there's a new one called Chud Maniac. What is Chud Maniac?
Yes! I am a fucking honest maniac! That's right, motherfucker!
Okay, that one's good. I like that one. Thank you. I didn't know that was it. Whoever put that in there, thank you. You're a good man. Good man. Okay, I was a little risky. A Chud clip is always a risky click, in my opinion.
Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either.
He keeps providing clips of Hasan explicitly saying that he's not a Houthi, but he didn't actually provide any evidence that this kid is a Houthi terrorist. He just kind of pointed at it and said, look, clearly a terrorist. And then is now playing these clips. All right, sure, why not?
This is just like insane fucking cope, dude. This is insane
evidence.
fucking
This is
cope.
journalism, man. Why not?
You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself.
Hasan literally says he was. Bro. Oh. Wait, can somebody tell me the reference to the Vosh meme? Does anyone have the Vosh meme where he opens his mouth and he just goes, oh, I need that. I need that somewhere. That is my favorite sound. I'm sorry. I just had an ADHD moment. Please find me the meme where Vosh goes, aw.
He's not a pirate, but, you know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the position that he is
I'm
not
sorry,
a
I'm
Houthi.
going fucking crazy over here. I need something funny to get me through this.
Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real.
Look
You
up
sucked him off the entire
Vosh.
show.
I don't think Vosh is gonna pull up. Oh, dude, I love that sound. Dude, he opens his mouth like slowly, and then somebody adds the oh sound.
Dream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything
It's a
like
guy
that. When
snoring?
I interviewed the dude, who they still to this day call
You can hear it in your head. I can hear it right now. I just want to share it.
a Houthi terrorist.
It's Vosh powering up.
Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
All right, let's just take Hasan's word for it and
Denims has nothing to say.
assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some
Let's take Hasan's word for it. He's not a Houthi, but he was a Houthi, but he might still be a Houthi, but we don't know for
ordinary
sure.
Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours, ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew? The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth.
Guys, I know for a fact that auto-translate is always good.
Okay, God, this woman is, she is just vapid. I need her to, come on, you gotta do better. Do more. Oh,
This is a take
I
you-
didn't realize, I thought we were paused. She was still going.
You can only have, Ethan Klein's take is one that you can only have if the Arabic language terrifies you and looking into it at all and understanding.
What the fuck, dude? How is this racist?
How these Arabic words sound and translate.
What?
You can only come to this position if you refuse to believe this and you're like, Arabic, oh God, it's so scary. Luckily, we
Someone in chat, I am native Arabic. He is translated the same.
all know that Ethan Klein loves the Arabic language.
These tweets were made in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, using ChatGPT to auto-translate, that'll work really well, right?
Okay, okay, great. Yep.
1 second.
Ooh-wee.
I'm not gonna be able to find it immediately, but that one clip of him walking...
By the way, there is a level of irony here that we are currently watching. Thank you. Whoa.
Big content.
Bro, is that 150
maximize
shekels?
your money, all right?
We've got shekels,
Man,
chat.
I love you, my man, but I can't look. Listen to this deranged and unhinged woman speak anymore.
Thank you so much.
Lesson 3.
Thank you for the shekels. I'm sorry. We're almost through this. I'm not going to watch too much more of it. But I just want, like, while she's sitting here grandstanding, there's a Jewish guy on a Hasan Piker. Like, I don't know if you can see that in the small window, but there's currently a Jewish man sitting on a Hasan Piker.
Through, was he walking through Jerusalem? I don't remember. He was walking
She's like,
through...
God, you're just so insensitive. You're afraid of the Arabic language. Why would anybody be afraid of the Arabic language?
How these Arabic words sound and translate.
Hold on.
We will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth.
Guys, I know for a fact that auto-translate is always good.
Hold on, let me pull this up.
This is a take you can only have. Ethan Klein's take is one that you can only have if the Arabic language terrifies you and looking into it at all and understanding.
I'm just curious, like, why would you Why would you be a little afraid of the Arabic language? I don't know. That's not what I was expecting. Wait. Why would you be a little afraid of the Arabic language?
How these Arabic words sound and translate. You can only come to this position if you refuse to believe this. And you're like, Arabic! Oh God, it's so scary.
It looks
Luckily,
like she
we all know
looked
that
at the...
Ethan Klein loves the Arabic language. Yeah, using ChatGPT to auto-translate, that'll work really well, right? 1 second. I'm not gonna be able to find it immediately, but that one clip of him walking through...
Does the Wii theme hit it better?
Walking through Jerusalem, I don't remember. He was walking through an area in Israel or occupied West Bank, and the call to prayer. You can only... Auto-translate is always good. This is a take you can only have. Ethan Klein's take is one that you can only have if the Arabic language terrifies you, and looking into it at all and understanding how these Arabic words sound and translate.
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio.
You can only come to this position if you refuse to believe this. And you're like, Arabic! Oh God, it's so...
I like at this part where she, like, makes eye contact with the dead, impaled Jew.
What is Bunty King to you?
Scary.
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Luckily, we all know that Ethan Klein loves the Arabic language. Yeah, using ChatGPT to auto-translate, that'll work really well, right?
I'm sorry, it's just crazy. Like, she doesn't have any self-awareness of what's on her own stream while she's doing the racism card.
Hasan introduced the pirate as a pirate. Doesn't matter if he lied at first or is lying now. He proclaimed to the world he's doing journalism and did a fanboy, stoner, chill vibe sesh.
Oh. Alright, we're gonna do about like another 5 minutes of this and we're moving on. I got another segment I want to hit. And then we got Bo Blacks.
1 second. I'm not gonna be able to find it immediately, but that one clip of him walking through, was he walking through Jerusalem? I don't remember. He was walking through an area in Israel or occupied West Bank, and the call to prayer was going off.
Because I'm interested in the rest of this segment.
With a pike, or how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and support? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv, the Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach.
What? You down with that?
And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable.
She heard the word butt plug and got locked in.
To this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire.
This is this is next level deranged. I see. Okay.
This is a joke. It's pretty funny.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, somebody said it before, but you can hear the cymbal monkeys clapping in her head.
Denims, this one? Yeah. Luckily, Ethan Klein has a lot of love for the Arabic language, right?
Oh, dude, she's so mad.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
You know what's crazy? Is I think this was in our content nuke video that we made on Ethan Klein in 2020, and I got called racist for putting this in. They're like, he's fucking Israeli, Nick. He can make any comment he wants about Israeli people.
I don't have the full clip, but it's in here somewhere. And then he keeps going, talking about how he's getting kind of scared.
And you don't even have the clip. You don't even have the clip of where he starts talking about how Jews shit in the streets in Israel. You don't even have it.
Oh, it's...
I'll zoom ahead to her cameo as soon as we're through this
That being
segment.
said, I don't hate Israel. I don't think...
And then we're out.
Okay, well, you guys get the idea.
You get the idea? No, I didn't. You didn't play anything. You just pulled up a video of Ethan in Israel and went, see? He fucking hates them. You guys get the idea. Like, wait, no, I feel like you needed a timestamp there.
Oh my god. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do. They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance, because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his
Dude, of course he wants to go bass to mouth with a piker.
mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean?
By the way, to you guys, that's pika, okay?
It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo, unless I saw something unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked piked person supposed to look like?
Yeah, it's a Hasan Parker. That's not a pike, okay? It's a Parker.
Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little.
We're going on the equating Jews to Zionists now?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Okay. Sure, why not? Yep. I know he was saying
this is like, these are the people who will look you dead in the eye and go, you're pretty bad faith.
Something about Zionists, which every reasonable person understands.
This is like a demented, vapid... Okay.
That is talking about a defender of the Israeli state and a defender of Israel's genocidal state. But sure. Okay, man. Yeah, Zionist always equals Jew. I guess Biden is Jewish now.
Again, I want to point out that this is the woman who said that she didn't want to cover keffels sending and trying to get kids hooked up with like weird illegal drugs and stealing from trans charities because it would ultimately like hurt her time spent, because she could be covering conservatives. So why would she spend time putting down bad like leftists or whatever? So she, like, her principled issue is not with, like, the truth. It's with furthering a narrative. She's very vocal about that. She has no real positions on literally anything that's going on here. It's all to further her political goals.
I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but...
And she's upfront and forward with that.
According to Ethan Klein, Zionism equals Jewish. Biden is Jewish now. He's described himself as a Zionist, which means that I guess now, yeah, that's what that means, yeah. Okay.
A little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan, he dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation...
Oh, what did he write? I'm curious. Denims, what was that? What was written on there?
...is fucking idiotic. It's
just
not...
Is anti-Semitic... Just, yes, Ethan Klein, you're right. Be as anti-Semitic as possible to prove that everybody else is anti-Semitic. Good idea. That'll work.
Not a Jewish person.
That was... Okay. You are... Okay. Wow. Holy shit. They don't make slurs good enough.
Person. He said, this is... I think if we're... Why am I...
We're gonna get banned today!
Accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweet. What is happening? How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you platformed him, do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is like...
Fighting transphobia and anti-Semitism to defend against anti-Semitism.
My patience is running thin on this matter.
No, you don't understand. It's Arabic translation. A person being skewered ass to mouth sounds completely different when it's written in Arabic.
The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
That's crazy that's what you took from that, Ethan.
Why?
Okay.
Why is that crazy? It's exactly what you should take from that.
That I am, you know...
Wait, I'm sorry, can you fill in the blank? What was I supposed to take from that? What was I supposed to take from that, Denims?
Too pro-Houthi. When someone is like...
This guy isn't capable of stringing together an argument. Also, I love how he gets so butthurt from people offending him in the chat, yet he's insulting the son the entire time here. I mean, like, my issue with it is that he kind of just shows videos, makes claims, sometimes doesn't even...
That's what a fucking video is!
Make claims. Sometimes he just plays a video and says, this is bad, obviously. And then that's it. And then he moves on to the next part. And it's like... Okay.
Yeah, then the rest of the chat goes, yeah, that's pretty bad. And then you're just sitting here being like, well, I don't really know why platforming a terrorist is bad.
Sure, you didn't have to explain that. And like, if I sat here and explained why he was wrong for like half of these things, we would be here for another 20 hours. I've gone in and tried to explain how he's incorrect on like 1 every 10 incorrect takes, because I'm trying to not spend the entire week here.
Someone just said, is this Hasan Piker's sister? No, this is like this is Hasan Piker's friend who's one disfiguring accident away from being the rising star of 2026.
Ideally, I'd like to, you know.
Like, if you take away her looks, she'd literally be down with Frogan at 180 viewers.
I want to play some Marvel Rivals games today, okay? I'm trying to get some Marvel Rivals games in. But it's just, it's pathetic. It's so pathetic. I don't even understand what to say about it besides, yeah, this is wrong because this. Another wrong take. Okay, well, I just paused it for 10 minutes. I feel bad pausing it again because surely there'll be something better in here, right?
Focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening. He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love.
What is it? Like, what is this? What is this? A chatter comes in when he's talking about a genocide in Gaza and is like, can you blow your nose? Can you blow your nose? That guy, he's just shitting on an annoying chatter who's using a stupid moment to yap. What does this prove?
Denims, your whole existence is yapping. You provide like zero relevant critique. You barely even pause the video. You have nothing to add, even in a video where you claim everything is wrong. You've contributed basically nothing to this. I've had to in this reaction, I've really had to go above and beyond to make even Ethan's thing fair use.
What does this prove? I don't understand what this proves.
Did I not ask?
Because you're retarded. What am I supposed to say? You don't understand? I'm shocked.
You did.
Seems like you're missing quite a lot.
Dude, my argument sucks. You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If you're so
I like that one just said, when criticized for being anti-Semitic with no context on that chatter or their message or what that person said, it's just like, take our word for it here, okay?
Is when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus
By the way,
revolves
chat,
around,
someone brought it to my attention, but happy Black History Month. All right, let's try to fucking round this up. What do we want to hit here? I'm not watching another 2 hours of this. We want to see the part where she pops in.
I don't respect you. So I respect
What do we got here? Let's do the Dan Clancy segment. I heard she said that Ethan should be sued by Dan Clancy.
And the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch.
When I watched this the first time, I was nervous that Ethan was going to turn around and call him like a fucking child molester or something. And he didn't do that, so I was much more on edge. I kind of made peace with this segment, and I think it's fine, to be honest.
Golden boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter.
But my worry was, because you know what, it's just like, you watch Ethan on stream, right? And you're like worried that he's gonna, like, when he talks about Dan Clancy at any moment, he's gonna call him a fucking pedophile. That's just the way it goes. Where's the H3 podcast channel? Like yesterday, this is him talking about Vosh. I don't need to show visuals for this. Videos, live, countdown to doom. Yeah, so this is him talking about Vosh, right?
Do whatever was being done in that video where he
stuff. Yeah, you could put creams and donuts together.
Doing cream filled.
Stunning.
Anyway, here's Vosh, the horse fucking pedophile.
So I was like nervous that how Ethan was going to approach this. I was a little worried about how exactly he was going to engage when it came time to talk about Dan Clancy.
For clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video.
And I've genuinely never seen people like someone. I've never seen this happen to me. I don't understand. What the fuck?
Like
this
somebody?
anywhere. Or Dan Clancy.
Really? That's what we're minimizing this to? We're ignoring the fact that they ripped a bunch of employees out of their fucking desks to sing happy birthday to some retarded political terrorist fucking enjoying streamer?
Forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay? Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
I'm sorry. This just can't happen during a work demonstration. You need like a work phone that's fucking loaded up and ready to go. This just can't. This is embarrassing. On the company phone, this is like an HR nightmare in any other place.
And now you're in your stories feed.
Imagine this happened at Apple. Like Steve Jobs was unveiling the iPhone 4. And it's just fucking bitches with like ginormous fucking titties jiggling during the fucking performance.
Okay.
Yeah, my man.
Like if fucking Tim Cook opened up the new iPhone and it opened up to his goon folder.
Very nice. That's also.
Listen, okay, look. I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
it's just like it's the cherry on top of this extremely fucking unprofessional company.
I'm not. I'm no better.
Wait, what?
And now you're in your stories feed. Okay.
Yeah, my man.
That's very nice. That's also.
I mean, I understand why she's down with it. We don't really have to say much else. Yeah.
Listen, okay, look. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Maybe you said I'm not. I'm no better than Dan. Okay, is my feed filled with pretty women? Yes, maybe, perhaps. Okay, if there's an appropriate behavior that's happening between
Dan Clancy is literally Master Roshi. That's the best comparison you can make. Dan Clancy is like the Master Roshi of Twitch.
Dan Clancy and women, I think that should be, for lack of a better word, exposed, and I think that those women should feel comfortable enough to speak out. If there is genuine, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shirts and all. Literally, he's dressed like Master Roshi. Oh, God.
Like bad behavior. Like genuine sexual harassment or, God forbid, abuse. Yeah, I think that that's really bad. I think that that's really, really bad, and I think that those women should come forward, and I think that they should speak out on that stuff. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the 60-year-old CEO of Twitch. This is just ridiculous.
Speaking all over. Are you joking? Like, what? Thank you for the 5 gifts of Afro.
Dude, this woman would literally say this shit about Dan Clancy and turn around and call Keemstar a pedophile for dating a 21-year-old girl. I guarantee it. Does anybody have the take?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
I could totally see it.
Bro, with how much she loves Anissa, I would not be shocked if her goon folder was just Anissa.
22-year-old girl. I apologize, Keem.
Okay.
It's a look don't it's a look don't touch mindset. Don't touch the dancers, okay?
Okay.
Well, the bouncers get a little.
Okay. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. Okay.
Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips.
It's really funny.
Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking. You get caught with the girlies on your homepage.
Go look at your goddamn Twitch app. Go look at Twitch. Happy birthday. Follow.
All right, so he's incompetent.
So he's not allowed to follow any women?
What is Bunty?
Yeah, that's the problem, dumb bitch. Yeah, 100%.
Out here.
You're really good at this. I'm
we
sorry. Dude, after like 3 hours, my fucking... I can't. I'm sorry. I need to get off this. I'm going to start saying horrible shit about this person.
With Dan Clancy. Well, what happened next is what really made me realize...
Also, my patience is so thin. In my defense, Clippers, I had to watch like 3 hours of Denims to get to this point. I was very nice for a while.
How corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the home.
So crazy to say zero talent is Ethan Klein putting out this garbage.
Dude, that is the biggest cope I've ever seen in my life. Bro, Ethan Klein has more talent in his pinky finger than Frogan has in her entire legacy. Nothing that she ever contributes to this site will have more of an impact than the fucking toenail on his pinky toe.
What is Bunty King to you? A person?
Holy shit.
Hey.
Ethan takes shits with more quality than the content that Frogan puts out.
She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know.
It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian children.
This is the other problem I had with it. I needed to put this in here. So guys, just to be clear, one second, I'm just gonna read it. Oh, I don't know why that didn't read. I want to see the reaction to the audio recording of the girl on the phone with her father during the festival. Okay, Jesus. Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to play that part. Ethan's fupa has more value.
I want to see her reaction to the audio
So
recording of
Ethan
the
made
girl
a
on the
tremendous
phone with her
mistake
father
when
during the
covering
festival
Frogan.
shooting on October 7th.
Ethan made a tremendous mistake when covering Frogan, and I want to clarify it. Ethan claimed that she won Rising Star and then was nominated again. What actually happened was their industry plant was nominated in 2021, and then in 2022, after she didn't win, they gave her Rising Star again. So she didn't rise the first time. She didn't quite make it off of the ground. And I made a mistake when I covered this too. Basically, she failed the first time to rise, and they gave her a second chance. And then during her second rise, she finally flew. So she was the two-time nominated. That's correct. One-time winning Rising Star.
Religion's really fun.
So Ethan claimed it was 22-23. It was actually 21-22.
That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I'm sure he'll put her apology.
Her 100 viewers turned into... No, Legion Lock. She has 180 concurrent now. I don't know what she had when she was rising, but she didn't quite peak.
She in here, right?
Frogan's most iconic, notable time is when she says horrible things about military veterans and goes viral on Twitter, and people send her horrible comments. That's her most notable time.
Because, of course, if you apologize for something, it means that you didn't mean what you said, and you rethought about it, and you don't want to do that again. And you surely have never done anything bad and then apologize.
Frogan is a bloodthirsty freak, okay? She apologizes, like, dude, she didn't apologize for the fucking... I don't know if she... Actually, wait, I think she did apologize for the veteran thing after Double Down. Did she go back on it? I don't want to be wrong about this. I think she apologized after she doubled down again. Or she never did. I don't know. I get mixed up. Frogan says, like, kill yourself and stuff, which is based, actually. But she says, like, she was doing a 9/11... it's in this video. She was going to do a 9/11 recreation. The only reason she didn't do that was because she couldn't raise enough money to hit the goal.
Apologized for it, right?
Guys, Frogan can't hit the goal. Isn't that sad?
Ultimately, like, if I were to
9/11 cake stream where she flies a cake plane into the buildings. Like, I mean, yeah, this is like not a person who's sorry. I'm sorry. Like, this is like a bloodthirsty freak.
Charity thing where the
that's being signal boosted.
Thing relies on your donations. It should be something where
emergency rent on screen.
Not that it is worthwhile.
And Ludwig is like a
Frogan
tremendous
won
major
on
pussy.
Twitch's Rising Star Award.
Like, Hasan's capo came in to be like, Ethan's putting misinformation in his video. At like an hour and 30 minutes, he talks about Frogan. And Frogan was nominated in 21-22, not 22-23. So this video is invalid, or whatever. Like, limp dick fucking loser Ludwig. Came out. That was his one contribution to the discourse, was correcting his stupid freak girlfriend's horrible award show that nobody takes seriously. He's done a great service to everybody else.
You know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Difference between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. I know Arabs are...
Okay, I'll pull this up after. I have a segment where this fits, Smaggle. I'll put both of your things in the segment. I just want to get through Denims and get done with this. Where does she come up?
Else doesn't want to get... They feel what the fuck, like a panic. Never say more
because I got shit to do. I gotta get through this.
The morning of October 7th. Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long, dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason, Twitch is obsessed with keeping.
I want to get to your point, Mike, because I think it's an important point to make.
Oh, so she's just not going to reference that.
The local news in Israel.
Wait, why did Plankton just say that? That's so cursed.
I want to get to your point, Mike, because I think it's an important point to make.
Yes, an unbiased source, the local news in Israel.
He will show this, but not the hostage saying bye to Hamas. Yeah. It's just very disingenuous. It's maybe not great statements. And to assume that that's just someone cheering on because they're excited to see people in pain. Because, oh, obviously the Muslim woman hates the Jews. It's just...
Rogan is excited to see people in pain. It's absolutely the case. She's proved this time and time again. Her rhetoric does not shift.
Pathetic. And it's just disgusting. And it's so disingenuous.
But it's true. And it's your friend. And she sucks. Deal with it.
Can you imagine if when he was talking about how, like, oh, I don't think that like the IDF systematically rapes women or men in Israeli prisons. You just start playing like fucking audio like that. Like, it's disingenuous, dude.
Oh, why? I'm sorry, because you look bad? Is that where it's bad?
Fucking pathetic.
Okay. Is it pathetic because you look bad?
Rating her. They actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year long.
This is actually my favorite detail about Frozen.
That's how hard she's fucking pushed. She's literally an industry plant. She won Rising Star. She was a 2-time nominee, and she was gifted front page placement for an entire year for being the Woman of the Year over on Twitch. And you're telling me this isn't some fucking incestuous rape fucking fetish going on at Twitch? Like, they literally just rape the feed with Frogan. We have to see this every fucking day. Like, it's so crazy. Dude, I'm sorry. Dan Clancy has a raging hard-on for Hasan and the boys, okay? It's actually unreal. Like, my eyes have been fucking nuked out of orbit that I have to listen to. I have to hear and watch this horrendous content.
Okay. For Rising Star again.
So they get mad at this screenshot. Like, this is what Ludwig corrected. Look how long this is on screen.
Streamer Award, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with?
That was it. That was the part that Ludwig weighed in on. It was actually it was the other way around, not 23, 21. So she's a failed Rising Star who rose again, just to be clear. All right, when do we get to the part with Denims? I don't care anymore. Like, Frogan. Is this it?
Category was, I don't understand. Like, this is so crazy to me. So crazy to me. Just to throw off the scent. Why was Hasan an Arab when he's not Arab? Why was I not an Arab when I'm Arab? It's almost
Dude, so I was talking about this earlier, and this is the last time I'm going to say it, because I think hyping on the sponsor stuff is probably doing more harm than good for what my goals are specifically. But what you're looking at is TwitchCon. You could see all of these brands that are working with TwitchCon. This is a panel with an Arab to Jew tier list, okay? This doesn't just happen by accident. The fact that they banned people for what was going on stage because of public pressure is hilarious. Because whatever these people decided to do was something that Twitch allowed them to do at a sanctioned event. So if we're going to get mad at all the people who are contacting advertisers, I think that one of the biggest people who are contacting advertisers and making them aware of degenerate activities would be Twitch.tv for allowing these people to do an Arab to Jew tier list at a sanctioned event with all of their sponsors on display. This is embarrassing. Nothing like this that I'm aware of has ever occurred on YouTube. Okay? This is like beyond help. This is, I'm sending the fucking platform through like a fucking garbage disposal. All right? I don't know how you engage with this. This is like indicative of the larger problem over at Twitch. This is what we're seeing here. This is like a small little piece of a bigger puzzle. But yeah, that's what happened. They ended up banning people for what I imagine is something that Twitch allowed them to do at a sanctioned Twitch event during TwitchCon, surrounded by all their sponsors, that was organized by Twitch. If that doesn't tell you the direction this platform is headed with their relationship with sponsors and the extremists that they allow on their site to say this obscene, disgusting shit, then I don't know what does. This is very obviously the problem.
Like the tier list is based off of vibes and we're just memeing around. Oh no! We put Pokey in the asks permission. She's Arab. She's Moroccan. She speaks Arabic, albeit French Arabic, Moroccan Arabic, which we all know. I can say this as a Moroccan Arabic is a fake Arabic, but
the prominent, yeah, there's a Twitch logo, okay, right near the Arab to Jew tier list next to, and I'm not going to list them all. Ethan did it, and I don't know if this is not the same thing as pointing out G Fuel because you're mad at Keemstar. It's just not. Like, you just can't compare. You can compare them all you want. It's not the same thing. It's not remotely the same thing.
And we put her in the asks permission. It was based on, like, your vibes. Like, the type of vibes that you give. It had nothing to do with people's race, ethnicity, religion. It had nothing to do with that.
Obviously, it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy.
Like, Keemstar wasn't a threat to advertisers. Twitch is. Twitch is going down. Twitch is like Dan Saltman and Ethan Klein might be accelerating something that is already going to happen, an inevitability. Lastly, is there anything else here? Destiny, we're gonna get the coat.
It's totally not worth it.
And okay, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then let's have a friend.
Surely he's gonna play the actual video, right? He doesn't play it. You're something else, Ethan Klein. You
can play the actual video. The one that got him banned is like. He shouldn't be permanently banned for that. I don't know what makes that a permanent ban, but like you can show your nipple 50 times on Twitch and get like under 1 day. I think Amaranth got a 3-hour ban one time. You can literally take your clothes off 17 times in a row and you won't get permanently banned. But the transport conversation where you call people subhuman who come after you, that's a permanent ban. Actually unreal.
By the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus. Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred.
All right, guys, I've had enough. Thank you guys for everybody who stuck around during the horrible Denims segment. We've got more to cover. We've got more to do, chat. We've got more to do.